Lois said that she had the longest day at work and blah blah blah. Yeah, when you're ready. Cough, cough, cough.
You didn't send that. You didn't send that.
No, I'm not saying no.
Yo, what we saying? We live?
Welcome to the review, guys. It's the day after.
The massacre. Absolute
Bloodbath.
massacre on the streets of Highbury. But we'll get into that a little bit later. We want to say welcome to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of The Dugout. Unfortunately, 2 members can't be here with us today. So you're stuck with us.
We're sorry, but you've got the mob.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So yeah, but just a little rundown of the weekend's games. Go in depth in a few. Obviously, we're gonna go a little bit in depth into the Arsenal game and what this means for Arsenal, what it means for Arteta, what it means for the fans, and then yeah, we'll do our predictions. Have a recap on the predictions that we done last week, and how that panned out. And then yeah, that will be the show today, guys.
Just quick question. You guys you're light. Like someone's missing, bruv.
No, we just said that.
We're
We just
gonna,
said
we're
that.
gonna redo once everyone comes in because there's only one on. So we're gonna redo once everyone. I'll send it to you now.
One on what though? Or the...
Both.
Oh. Yeah, I got that. So we're just trying to
Just sorting out some logistics.
get
We
other people involved.
are live.
And be like Femstar, man. My bro. Yep, sorry about that, people. Done. I'm done.
Right. So let's introduce it again. What is this? What is this show, my bro? Because certain people are missing. They see that there's 2 or 4, so just let them know what's
Guys,
up.
listen. I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000%. I think Shayon was shook.
I heard that he said his second team was Spurs. He said that. It's his second
He said that last week, and that means both his teams lost.
Correct.
But we'll get into that a little bit later. And unfortunately, Femstar had a few personal issues to attend to, so he can't be here. And he would have loved to have been here today. Do you know what I mean?
He was part of the scenes yesterday.
Absolute scenes, man. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna give it a quick rundown from this weekend's games. Just briefly touch on them, how all the teams done, and then we're gonna go into a little bit of depth about how Arsenal done yesterday. Talking about what it means for Arteta, what it means for Arsenal, what it means for the the supporters, and then we'll give a brief recap over the results from the predictions from last week, and then we'll do the predictions for this coming week, and that will be the show. So that's what we'll get into. So you ready, bro?
Yeah, man, ready like Freddy, my bro.
All right. So let's start as we mean to go on. Let's look at the Premier League fixtures and pick your highlight of the week.
Okay, I won't go anything Arsenal yet. So my highlight was definitely Brentford Liverpool.
Big game.
Massive game. Brentford, I know everyone was saying, okay, how are you guys going to, first game of the season, how are Arsenal going to struggle with Brentford? You've got to beat this newly promoted side. But I know you did say that it was going to be a tough game. You said that they're going to come up against some opposition this season, and they're going to find out that it's a tough game, and they're going to come unstuck. And now everyone knows Liverpool's strength. The game was so thrilling as well. Even at the end of the game, I don't know if anyone watched the post-match interview, their manager, and he said, "I hope that we're on match of the day first."
Yeah, I saw that.
He was like, "I hope that we're on match of the day first." Because they were so exciting. I think Brentford play a style of football, unlike Leeds, which I feel is. Leeds will always be okay. Don't get me wrong. I always think that they'll be okay. But I do agree with you that it's not a sustainable model. And I think that Brentford play a style of football that is a lot more sustainable. Like if I was picking a team, for example, and I had to pick between Leeds and Brentford, I would prefer Brentford's style of play, even though Leeds might have more expansive players, more experienced players. I think that Brentford always have a fighting chance. I think that Ivan Toney is so critical.
Problem.
He's so dynamic that even if he doesn't score, he's just dynamic. You know what I mean? So that was my highlight of the week. I'll go through. Let me just go through it a bit. So obviously Pinnock scored.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's made it 1-0. Brentford scenes there at home as well.
It looked lively in the stadium.
Of course.
Yeah,
It was lively.
Scenes obviously, and then within 4 minutes, Jota's equalised. Everyone expects now Liverpool to kick on. And then literally Salah has scored. He's my fantasy football captain. I know you're not. Yeah.
Ronaldo, not me though.
Not me. I went
well
Salah.
done,
I went Salah, and I put in ESR as well. I don't know if you done
Nah,
it.
I didn't do that, but that was a good shot though. But we'll get there.
Bro,
Great shot.
Yeah, I put in ESR. But yeah, Salah scored. So he's my fantasy football captain. I know what he's gonna do. He's a bit inevitable as well. He scored. At that point, you have to think that Liverpool are gonna kick on. Yeah, and then they equalise. And then when Curtis Jones scores, now you think, okay, now they're going to have enough game management to not...
That was a banger, by the way.
Concede. Yeah, it was a banger, but it's taking a deflection, though. It's taking a deflection.
It's a good strike.
It's
courage.
Yes.
No, I agree.
But that's similar to Jesus as well. What he pulled off there to create the space, even though it's taking a deflection, it's still a good goal.
Side note on Curtis Jones, did you know that he was Nigerian?
But this is brand spanking new. Stand by, guys.
Yeah. So
Dude,
he's
that verified information.
Yeah. Is that blue ticked?
I mean,
So
you've got to be careful with him, mate.
He was doing something with his missus, and they were like, it's a TikTok trend. So you go through like your full name, your age, date of birth, not date of birth. Sorry, like your
that's
age,
brand new.
your age, and like where you come from and that. Yeah. So she's done it for herself, and she's done it for him. And yeah, it says that he's got Nigerian in him. Oh. Yeah, it's mad.
Is he eligible to play for the Super Eagles? Is he eligible?
I'll take him.
Is he eligible?
I don't know. Well, if it's his grandparent, up to his grandparent. But then if it's not his grandparents, I doubt she would mention it.
Yeah, so far back.
So he would be eligible, yeah.
Okay. You take him?
Yes. Okay. But I doubt he would choose Nigeria.
What caps has he got already?
Not only unders.
Oh. So,
So he could be, but I think just the trajectory that his career is going in, I doubt he would.
He's on the radar now.
Yeah, I doubt he would be going to Nigeria.
Just to wrap up on the Brentford game, Brentford have scored the equaliser, and they've actually scored with still 8 minutes to play. But the celebration from what's his name, Wissa? The celebration is crazy. He's done. He's done the celebration for the equaliser, and the scenes in and to be fair, I think Brentford could have actually nicked it.
They scored, didn't it?
Yeah, but I think in general they could have nicked the game. So I think that was definitely the second most exciting game of the weekend.
I think that Tony goal was so tight.
Yes,
the winner.
Right.
Well, what would have been the winner, and as I said, that ground is going to be very, very difficult for teams to go to. Like, so why everyone was writing off Arsenal and saying you shouldn't be losing to Brentford? People are going to find out because they're not a joke. They get the ball down, they play in it. They're not like Norwich that are kind of like cowards in terms of the way they play football. These lot will have a goal. So it's good. It's refreshing to see actually that they're going to have a goal against. What are they? Champions 2 years ago, wasn't it, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to have a goal against the previous champions is takes a little balls still. Alright, cool. I'm gonna move on to my one. My game of the week or my highlight was Aston Villa beating Man United. Okay. A reason why I've chosen that game is for all the superstars that I believe that Man United have at their disposal, there's something about them that's missing. And I believe that...
Is it a manager?
Yes. Yes. Let's look at the stats. The stats say there are 28 shots, 4 on target.
That return
is insane.
You know when they do that thing that says expected goals? What would the expected goals be for something like that? That's crazy.
Nuts.
28 shots.
Aston Villa had 7 and 3 on target.
So they've had one less shot on target than Man United.
Yeah. Man United has 60% possession, but I'm watching the game, and all I can see is they need something. There's something lacking, and the managers wait so long to make the changes, and I think ultimately this will cost them in the long run. And this is why I say they cannot win the league.
What can they win then? They're out of the Carabao, so what can they win? Realistically, what can Man United win? The FA Cup?
I don't think they can win anything. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. And the reason
why... not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. Yes.
So Ronaldo's come back to fuck.
For vibes. Yeah, so... I'm
that's super funny.
No, I'm going to keep it true. So,
but then what's the point of their club then?
Well, you said it's come back for vibes.
The club just make up numbers.
But the money that it can't just be vibes.
And also, Ronaldo cannot be playing Europa League football, so they have to.
It's impossible.
Well. They have to. So
are you saying he's not making top?
Yes. Okay. No, they could get top 4, 100%. But
they're winning nothing.
I don't think they're going to win anything this season, and I think this is going to be Ole's last season, because I think that the board won't accept not winning anything. I think getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup has put a lot of pressure onto Ole, and I don't know if he can handle it. And that's like, I'm saying it as someone that doesn't know. It's just my opinion, but we're going to see a different kind of pressure being put onto him because of the amount of money that's been spent.
Someone said they thought that Curtis was half reggae boy, so they're happy to hear that.
Oh, for real?
No, they said they fought. So they said they're happy to hear that.
Yeah, it's Nigerian, boy. So, yeah, so that's my highlight. I think Aston Villa played very, very well. Took the chances when they had it, and they actually missed 2 sitters. Absolute sitters that they missed.
Who?
What's his name? I can't remember the name.
What about Bruno's penalty? Because you need to discuss that.
That gets discussed. It was horrific, to say the least. Horrific, by the way.
What about match of the day at the end, though?
Oh.
Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Who allowed that? Yeah, who allowed that?
You have to rate.
But I've never seen them do banter like that.
No, it's
It was brand new.
Bro, they went to space. You're Apollo 13.
Caption all the way to the end.
Yeah.
No, but why they do that?
Like,
But I've never seen that. It was 54 seconds of banter. Why? What makes Match of the Day think that they can do that?
Yeah, that's on.
it wasn't the normal panelists, was it? It wasn't like Lineker and them, man.
Yeah, by Sunday, so they still can't be getting away with that.
Yeah,
They could have at least put it in like Too Good, Too Bad or something like that.
Yeah.
Put it in, make him miss his penalty, and then just move on. But they made a whole.
Ending of it, like.
Bro, is that Armageddon?
Yeah, it was naughty still. It was naughty, but I think that's a question for Man United fans. Would they want to see Bruno Shaw over penalties? Because for me personally, I don't think one penalty miss, and no matter how bad it was, justifies him coming off them. He's been very good at penalties. So let's like
Who's the better penalty taker?
out of him and Ronaldo.
Yeah, who's the better penalty taker? Who
We
converts
see
more?
Ronaldo miss penalties as well. So I don't know, like who is the better penalty taker? But at the moment, it's Bruno. I don't think it should change because he's missed one pen.
The keeper was rude, you know.
Martinez.
Yeah, like, it was
Number
so-
one.
He's faced it. He's faced it.
Because first he said, make sure Ronaldo takes it, so he's already got it to his head
The
like
Man
that.
United fans, though, on the timeline are actually asking for Ronaldo to take penalties now.
That's what I'm going to say. Is like,
And they also want to know why
got more flair.
the North London derby is in our highlight. But there is a section dedicated
What was
to
it?
Arsenal.
1 hour.
There's a section
What's
dedicated.
mad? Everybody's a fan here as well today.
Cuz.
Okay, the mob special, you know.
Cuz we know
Exclusive.
we know what it's
Exclusive.
about.
Not even exclusive.
Cuz the man
Exclusive.
have seen the tops already, cuz. We don't talk about at all.
Say no more. Continue.
I'm gonna give a special mention to City. Because there was a lot of talk about Chelsea and Tuchel
That was a very good game.
and how they've kind of improved to a point where they're talking about title challenges. And for me, I don't know now. And not because of the manner of the loss. My main concern is that against the best teams in the league, Lukaku has looked very, very average.
I've been saying this.
I hate
Seen
that.
this.
I hate that it's true. This is the problem. I hate that
Very,
it's
very
true.
average.
The other engineer the other day, cause Lukaku is.
He looked very average. And
I think
Van Dijk pocketed him, like, if we're honest.
premium Heskey.
Wow.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
Come on, bro. That's too
what
far.
someone said.
No, but that's not on though.
I heard this. I wanted
No,
to
but
bring
that's
it to
not
the-
acceptable. That's not acceptable.
I wanted to
because-
bring it to the experts. That's what someone said
That's-
on the weekend, and I
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
bring it
not
to the experts.
on though. I'm
So
saying
you
that's
don't
not
co-sign
on.
that?
Nope. Let me hear
Let's-
from Titan.
what are you saying? Because
I dare you.
Titan.
I dare you say
Titan
that
looking-
that he's premium head guy.
Nah,
I
he
dare
can't-
you.
Titan doesn't.
He can't be. He can't be.
Okay.
I love you.
He scores
Level
way-
above. Oh.
He's a couple of levels above him.
Bro, he's seriously above his.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a problem if they can't get him involved in games against the better teams. They have no chance of winning the league, in my opinion. They need him to be firing. They need him to use his strengths, which are his strength, which is his interlinking play and stuff like that. So, for me, I can't see them winning the league. But I think they'll be close. But I just think it will be too much. And I think City showed why they are one of the favourites for me in terms of people wrote them off when they lost against Tottenham.
They've been writing them off, you know, up until
Bro.
every day.
And Pep came out and said, all right, hold this. And it was, honestly, it was a schooling. It was a schooling. Like, Pep knows how to win. Man City knows how to win. Do you get it? And so
I don't have a
But saying that, those Tuchel knows how to win.
he does know how to win, but
The problem is
but he doesn't know how to
Lukaku
win the
doesn't.
Premier League.
No.
And that's what Pep knows how to do. Do you get it? You understand what I'm saying? So I
Someone
think
said Sykes is talking facts.
you said that.
David Graver.
My
but
bro.
the problem is that Michael Darboe was not happy because he's a massive Chelsea fan.
But bro, if he's gonna be real with himself, he's
But I
gonna.
don't think he likes to be real with himself. That's why he does the security thing.
Oh my gosh.
He does it.
Chelsea fans will know that they were outplayed. They were outplayed at City.
It was a masterclass.
He said, "What is your thoughts on the CL final?" Then, question from Michael Darboe.
And that's what I think. So they were talking about this on Match of the Day, about managers and mind games and stuff like that. And I think Tuchel got the better of Pep. Not that Chelsea are better than City. I think Tuchel got the better of Pep. Because when you change your system to suit another team, knowing how good your team is, knowing that your team's just going to win the league, you know, and you changed it because of another manager, psychologically you've lost, innit? You get it? And I think he took out Rodri for that game, and then he just tried to control the game, and it never worked for City in that game. This time around, Pep has gone with his own plan. Do you get it? And he never played the striker. So people, we got to stop this whole striker thing. He never played with a striker, a recognised striker, and he's dominated that game. Honestly, that it was.
That was a masterclass.
Yeah,
it was
it was really, really good.
Great game.
So I don't, like, as I said, I don't think Chelsea are going to be a million miles off. I still think they're going to be second, to be honest with you. But I just think against the bigger teams, you got to get a lot more from Lukaku, and these are going to be the times where people are going to be rating Lukaku. Like, as much as he scored in Italy, people don't rate the Italian league. Do you get it? So when you come to the big league and you're playing the big boys,
I mean, they're also got on these Euros. He did really well in the Euros, no?
He's all right.
Not trying to read.
Bro, he's just scoring goals.
What?
I can't take
this Euros.
No, he's scoring goals. It's not about bro. He just needs to
just
score
asked,
goals.
was he good? And I said he was all
What's your
right.
definition of good though? Bro,
Bro,
he's just striking. He just needs to
Cause
score
he
goals.
doesn't though. That's what
No,
I
but
can't hear.
That's a good point.
I
That's a
can't
good
hear
point.
that. I
Lukaku
can't hear
doesn't
that.
do that.
That's a good point. How many goals does Lukaku get for this season? How many goals does he get?
He gets 20 easily.
What,
Yeah,
20 easy, yeah?
but is 20 the mark of
That's what I was
an
gonna say.
excellent striker?
Not an excellent striker, no.
And that's what we're ranking Lukaku at. We're saying he's what you said to me. He's top 3 strikers.
I did say he's number
Okay,
2.
so if he's top 3 strikers in the world,
But he's
Not even in the league, the world.
Yes,
He's saying the world.
No,
He's
he's,
top
he's
3.
just behind. He's just behind Lewandowski. There's no better.
he's not just.
No.
Right.
When I say that, I mean he is number 2 behind Lewandowski. He's not just behind Lewandowski. No one. Lewandowski for me is like a 1, 2, 3. But what I'm saying is, no one. Bro, don't do that. No one is a better striker than Lukaku other than Lewandowski.
But
Who, bro?
But this is what I'm saying.
Just tell me
All
a
right,
name other than Lewandowski.
Let's look at it this way, yeah.
Kane's not even close before anyone says.
Okay,
that.
let's talk about Kane. Let's talk about Kane quickly, yeah. Kane does those numbers in his sleep. Let's be honest about it. Kane does those.
Facts.
He does those numbers in his sleep.
Okay, he scores goals.
So if you're saying that Lukaku is not at the level, is on a different level to Kane, he should be hitting more than 20.
100%.
I think you know what I said. He's gonna get a minimum of 20. I think he'll get a minimum of 20.
Well, we'll see.
I can't see him doing more than 20.
You
I
can't
think
see
he
it.
gets a minimum of 20.
As I said, I think Chelsea are so good that they're going to rack the little teams, and they're going to come unstuck against some of the bigger boys. That's just my personal opinion. And as I said, we've seen it against Liverpool, and we've now seen it against City. I think.
Bro, it's the problem is, which I agree with you, is that he's not easy on the eye. He's not.
This is an understatement.
He's not. But bro, the man is there to score goals,
And he will score goals.
and he keeps scoring goals, and just does not stop scoring goals.
He does stop because Liverpool stopped him and Man City stopped him.
He stopped scoring. Okay, he hasn't scored against it. That's one thing that I do agree with. That when it comes to big teams, he's found wanting. To be fair, he's still involved. Though. His link-up play is still good. He's still involved, but for some reason, I think the isolation of him up front, when they start now trying to play down the flanks and then trying to get it in against centre-backs that are seasoned, it's just not going to work.
It's not going to work.
That's what the problem is. And I think that, as you said, against the small teams, he's going to rack. But then now, there's going to be, 7 games, maybe 6 more games, yeah? Where he might come up a cropper.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the rest of the season. Bro, for the rest of the time, he's going to be slapping goals.
Let's not say slapping. I don't know about slapping. He
Bro,
will be scoring goals.
He's going to rack, bro. He's going to rack. He's going to rack.
I think he gets 20 goals.
Yeah,
But
no,
I don't-
definitely.
But I don't think 20 goals means that you're elite.
No,
Do you
I
understand
agree.
what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like, that's
It's
what
not
I'm saying.
elite. It's not elite. I agree with that.
Well, definitely not top 3, man. But what's next? What are we saying next?
So can someone name your top 3 then? Name your top 3
Someone's
strikers.
named Haaland. Lukaku is a top 3 striker at Chelsea.
I can't hear this. I can't hear this. I can't hear this. Come on, man.
Bro, that's exclusive.
I'm better than Werner. I am better than Werner.
When is this a joke, man? This is I don't know. I don't know. Chelsea definitely is not. Yeah, so it's looking a bit.
Okay, so let's just get into this quickly. What's your 1, 2, 3, 4?
What?
What's your 1 to 6 actually? I want to do a
what?
revised Premier League. Revised 1 to 6. Watch his face. I want to do a revised 1 to
Right,
6.
like that.
What, in order, yeah?
In order. Revised 1 to 6.
City to win the league.
Okay.
Chelsea second.
Right.
Bro, someone said Salah.
Bro, he's not a striker.
No.
Come on, man. He's
I
not a
want
striker,
to go.
man.
I didn't put Liverpool in the top 4.
You don't.
I didn't. Remember in the beginning, I didn't put them.
I'll
they weren't
throw a
in-
revised top.
Yeah, so I'm going to put them in my top 4. I'm going to put them third.
Above United.
Yeah, I'm going to go United fourth.
Oh, Man City.
He's got Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United.
Oh, so you still think Chelsea are gonna?
No, Chelsea are going to be in and around. Yeah, 100%.
Bro, Lukaku is better than Vardy. Bro, Lukaku's better than Vardy.
Who said that?
He has said that Vardy. Lukaku's better than. What is happening here? What is happening here?
Are they in a different team? Would you still say that?
Yes.
Vardy's limited in what he does.
And I like Vardy. I got Vardy in my fantasy football team.
No, Vardy's a good footballer for what he does. Yeah. But when you're looking at a striker's fit, Vardy couldn't go to certain teams. So there was talks about Vardy coming to Arsenal. Arsenal putting a bid for Vardy. I don't think Vardy would have done better than what Aubameyang's done at Arsenal. Just because of the way Arsenal play doesn't necessarily suit how he plays. Do you get it? So for me, he wouldn't be a good fit. He's a perfect fit for them. He'll be a perfect fit for Leeds. He's a perfect fit for so many other teams.
He work at United? With their style of
No,
football?
I don't think he would. No, I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I don't think he would work at any other potentially Tottenham, potentially. But bar that, I don't see many top teams going for him. And maybe potentially Liverpool actually.
Yeah, he could work at Liverpool, definitely.
That's it. Those are the only 2 teams I could see.
There's still, so what is your top 6?
Alright, so I've done top 4.
Yep.
I've done top 4.
I will say it's a revised top 6. We won't speak about what we spoke about before. It's a revised top 6.
I've done top 4. I'm gonna go. So who's left? Scums.
What do you mean who's left? The rest of the Prem?
No, Scums. Yeah, but we got to be realistic. Scums left. We're left. Fuck it, I said it. We're 5th. Fuck it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Oh my God.
I said
This
it.
is an exclusive.
Let me bring back the
Oh my God.
Breaking news! Breaking
I
news!
said it.
Breaking news! Tatton has just
Breaking
mentioned
news.
something mad.
Bro.
Confirm, please confirm.
I was probing him to not do this live.
I said it. I said it. We're
Please.
we're
We're live. We are live.
I don't care.
There's not even a lag though. There's not even a lag. We are
See
live.
that on YouTube is clarity's HD.
Bro,
Jesus,
I've
wet.
said it. We're finishing top 6.
Bro,
So we're 5th. We're gonna finish 5th.
5th or 6th. I don't mind either.
oh, can you imagine? Look at what Arsenal's become. It's so bad.
5th or 6th. But I've said it with chest as well.
5 though. You said 5.
I said 5, but
But you thought
Okay,
about
so
it. You
who's
thought about
left?
it. You retracted.
So you leave at Leicester. You leave at Everton. you
have
leave,
you seen Leicester?
I'm just saying that you
West
left.
Ham. West Ham.
I don't think they can maintain it. And they in Europe.
about
Onyo
Everton?
looks like he's on
but they're
this
in
team.
Europe.
What
as
about
well now.
Everton? What about Everton?
Everton, no.
Now you know when
No,
he puts that into perspective. Where's Everton? They're not in Europe though. Are they?
No, but I just
West
don't
Ham
think
is.
they're good enough, though.
West Ham's in Europe.
West Ham's in Europe.
Arsenal's not. So that's all we've got to concentrate.
Do you
on.
understand
Say
what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
It makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I'll put us in top 6.
I'm not gonna co-sign it, but I'm saying that it's not as mad as it was before.
So someone has said Villa and West Ham for 5 and 6.
The thing about Villa, I don't know.
I can't see Villa though.
I don't see it, but I do.
Someone said you said it, but it's a hopeful chest.
Who said that?
Michael Darbo.
Michael Darbo, come chat to me personally.
Michael Darwin.
Yeah.
He said,
I
cut the
like
stream.
that. I like
Cut
that.
the stream.
I never
We
mess
should end the
about.
live.
bro.
Someone said MT Sykes. So who's 6 then?
The other side.
No way. You think they're finishing that high?
Yeah.
No way. I can't see
They'll
it.
wake up.
I
They'll
can't
wake
see
up.
it.
They'll
They'll
wake
wake
up.
up,
They'll
of
wake
course.
up.
They'll
But
wake up, bro.
I don't think they'll finish
Bro.
6th.
Towards the end of the game, they were looking lively.
If Nuno doesn't sort this out,
He's getting fired.
He's getting sacked, yeah.
He's
But-
getting-
But
so it will get sorted out one way or the other.
So that's why-
Levy doesn't waste time.
Yeah.
He doesn't waste time.
He's thinking about it now.
Cause of
He's
course.
thinking about it now.
Brother, he can listen. If we had
Body
racked,
language said it all. You know.
if we had racked 3 or 4 more goals, like let's say it was a 5 or 6, yeah.
Nah, that's on.
What do you think on the spot?
Not on the spot, but
No,
he's looking to pull the trigger in the next week or so.
an example will be made.
That's important. Jay.
An example will be made.
Of
Derby.
course. But he's got rid of Pochettino. A Pochettino that the season before got
them
them
to the
into
final.
a Champions League final. Their first of their entire history. And he pulled the trigger.
Michael
Come on,
Michael
bro.
Darbo has said, "Where are you at?" I think he wants to discuss football.
Discuss football. I'm in Wood Green.
That's very loud, you know.
What is going on?
Yeah, that's very loud.
Is this red card behavior? I just
They've said David Graver says that he doesn't think Nuno will see Christmas.
I don't think so. But I said to you, it's
got to see Christmas.
You lot asked
Family.
He has got a family, man. Come
You
on.
lot,
It's got to
you
make
lot-
Christmas at least.
You lot asked me who's the first manager to get sacked, and I said Nuno at the time.
Did,
You
but
see
you
it.
still think so?
Bro,
Still, you standing by that?
100%.
I think
What does
that-
he need to do
I
to
think
change
that,
it?
I think that my man at Norwich gets sacked before him.
No,
I know
I
that
don't.
you said that you fuck it. I know that you said that because of what he's done, up, down. But I think that there's gonna have to be an example made. There has to be.
I don't
Because
think so.
I think at this point, if they lose 3 more games, they're in such a rut now that I don't know if they'll get out of it.
No,
they
they-
lose 3 more
but-
games
no-
within the next 5 games. If 3 of them are
No,
losses, I
no
think they're in
manager,
trouble.
no manager. I don't care. I don't care if you go and get Pep now. No manager is keeping Norwich up. They don't have the players.
So if they're not staying up, but you think that in September, tell me why the directors and everyone else at the club isn't going to say, okay, let's find a way to break this narrative.
They can't though because they haven't got the players. Like you see certain teams.
By the way, Pookie's washed, you know.
he's
No, he's washed.
This level for him is too high.
Yeah, he's
because the defenders are too good. At championship level, he bags goals. He's a bagsman. You get it? But there's a difference
So
between
is Nketiah.
exactly. But there's a difference between Premier League defenders and Championship defenders. Bro.
Season, they know what they're
Bro,
doing.
there's a massive difference. Don't forget, these defenders that he's coming against are internationals. You get me? They've won World Cups. They've won Champions Leagues. You get it? It's
0 points from 6 games. Bro, this is...
Bro, I don't think
and you think that his job is sustainable?
not that it's sustainable.
You think he gets sacked after Nuno?
Yes. I think if Nuno loses,
Bro,
That makes sense because of the
No, it
person
doesn't
at
make
Tottenham.
sense.
bro,
Levi will bust shot.
bro,
straight
if
away.
I hear that,
if they lose to Aston Villa this weekend, what happens?
There's going to be a problem.
'Cause there's a
gonna be a
major
problem.
issue.
There's going to be a problem.
There's
but
a major issue, and considering, don't
I think the manner in which they lose is important. But do you think
no, I don't think
the
so.
free- the-
Don't
the
forget
conceding of 3
they
goals
didn't
back to
want
back to back
they
is
didn't
not a
want
job.
Nuno,
I hear that.
So
So they're not even playing for him.
bro.
So it's a bit
Levy
disparity.
Do you think Kane hates him? Because what Kane's
I feel
keeping
like
up with
there's
is
a lot of
madness.
self-hate.
Like, he
in
hates
Kane.
Levy. He hates Levy.
Kane hates himself.
Yeah, of course.
I
he
think
does.
he's got
and
double-
he should hate his brother. His brother tied him into this contract.
For how long? Oh, is it?
And
Yeah.
his brother's done him over, cuz.
No, but they was-
And he's just collecting pieces.
Norwich have lost 17 Premier League games in a row.
Yes.
By the way, Femster made a very good prediction. He said that Pochettino will back at Spurs before what?
No, he won't.
Before when?
No,
Before
he
by
won't.
the end of the season.
By
No,
the
he
end
won't.
of the season?
No, he won't.
There's no way he'll be there.
I don't
I'm
know.
willing to take any wager on that.
Yeah, that's what
No,
Femster
he won't.
thought.
No, he won't.
I don't agree with that.
Nah, no, he won't. Nuno goes first. Agreeing with you. I can't see Nuno getting sacked before. What's his name? Nigel Farker or something like that. I think, but he doesn't get sacked before him.
Well, because I think Nuno's in a precarious situation. Cause when you got a board that don't.
I said
Precarious.
Cause it's mad, fam.
Stinky.
You've got a board member or the owners that you weren't their choice. They were stuck, and you just happened to be available, and they said, "All right, come."
Yeah, but why didn't they just give him a caretaker position? Why did they now fully give him like?
Because caretaker positions aren't really given like in the off season. Like you rarely get that. It's normally like during the season, and you can't get the manager that you want.
Like not even an interim, like
yeah, cause it's
if
mad.
they're feeling him like that, why give him the position?
Bro,
permanent?
it's a mad thing, fam. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think they'll pet to pull the trigger on him. I honestly don't. I don't think they will care. So I think he's gone very, very, very soon.
I don't know, bro. I can see him. I can see that he might not finish the season, but I just can't see him being the first termination. I cannot see that. The first termination. So just to recap, your 1 to 6 is Chelsea, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Scum. That's what your prediction is for top 6.
Yeah.
I'll go and tell you mine, and I think Man City will win the league also. I think Chelsea will be a close second. I don't think it's going to be a 1-2 like we've seen in previous years where there's 18-point golf and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a 1-2 City, Chelsea. I think United will finish third, even though Ole I don't think is good enough. I just think that their firepower is going to be too much over the course of the season. I think Man United will finish third. I do think Liverpool will finish fourth, so I think that will be the top 4. I just can't see us finishing 5th. Bro, at this stage, I'd be so happy with that, but I cannot see it. I just can't see us finishing 5th.
Who do you believe finishes 5th then? Let's say, actually, just finish your top 6.
I believe West Ham will finish 5th. I believe West Ham will finish
6th.
And I think that I don't know. I can't see us getting in this top 6. Bro, I want it so badly, bro. I just can't see it.
Oh,
bro.
you're being very, very real. I like that.
No, it's not even
But
that.
I
I
like
can't
it,
see
but-
it though. I just can't see it.
Yeah,
at
but
the top of the
this is-
season, I
you're
said
speaking
at the top of the season, I
realistically.
said that we were gonna finish 9th. I don't see that either. I don't think we'll finish.
What, lower than 9th?
No, I think we'll no. I think we can.
7th, 8th?
I think we can finish 7th. You know, I think we can finish. And
So who's the 6th? You haven't said 6.
You said scum.
No,
Oh,
never, no way. I don't think they'll finish above us. They won't finish above us.
So it's not top.
I think Leicester will finish 6th. I think it'll be West Ham, Leicester, us.
Why is it looking so dire for London football? I don't get it.
I don't believe that. I can't agree with him. I think West Ham have such a small squad now. We was discussing. We discussed it.
We'll do a January revision again.
Yeah,
we'll do a January
we
revision.
did it the other day though, innit? And we said that they've only got one striker in their squad.
And Iniacho is not firing.
Cause
He's not firing, but I just think that
Leicester are not firing.
they're not. But I think that Brendan's a very good manager,
He's
and I
a
think
good
that
coach.
He's a good. I just think that they're gonna find a way to push on. Top 4 is out of their sights, but I think that they're gonna find a way to push on. That's what I
Harrison
think.
does not agree with either of you.
Who?
Harrison, I don't know. Is that someone that you know? Or is that
He said, no, I don't know. He said these predictions.
Well,
What is your top
Barrison,
six?
everyone, not even just Barrison, everyone, but do it in one message though, so like other people can do it.
Like what Michael Hughes has done.
Yeah, like everyone put down.
He's done Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United, Leicester, Arsenal.
Harrison's come true. Liverpool, Chelsea, City, United, Hammers, Gunners. That's his top 6.
Chelsea, City, United.
He's put us 6, yeah.
And I put us 7th, bro.
And I put us 5th.
This keeps getting higher, bro. Someone on the timeline is gonna say that Arsenal are gonna win the league. Someone's gonna do
dare
it.
say that.
Bro, someone's gonna do it.
You can't win it.
Someone's gonna do
Can't
it.
win it.
So what?
Aaron Lenzer said City, United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton, West Ham. That was my top 6.
Everton are dreadful.
By the way, that was my no. I said West Ham, Leicester. I didn't put Everton.
Everton are people watching for Everton are dreadful. West Ham have probably one of the smallest squads in the league.
Where does Brighton go?
That's only a question for.
No, not even Brighton. Brentford.
That's for Fem.
Where does
Brentford stay up.
I think Brentford stay up comfortably as well.
I don't know about top 10. I think
Top
like
10.
No, not top
15,
10.
14,
yeah.
15.
Yeah, that's comfortable.
Okay,
bro.
yeah, for coming up, yeah.
That's comfortable. I think they stay up comfortable. I think they. Yeah, I think.
But even they've got okay, I see what you're saying.
Guys, keep putting your predictions for top 6 in. Also, while we've got them, let's do your relegation while we've got it in September. We always do a September edition, then we revisit it in January. Who's your...
Norwich gone.
Okay.
Who else came up with them? Brentford. No, Brentford.
Watford.
Whoa. All right, I'm going Norwich.
Yep.
I'm going Newcastle.
You've done this last season.
I don't see them going.
By the way, you've done this last season and paid me out.
Guys,
So you done this last season. I said, bro, Newcastle. I guess you kept them up as well. No, but guess who kept Newcastle up as well? Okay, Joseph. Anyway.
I'm going Newcastle.
Yeah. To go down.
Yeah. Norwich, Newcastle, Burnley.
Okay. I'm going to go Norwich to go down as well. I think Burnley will... Sean Dyche, though, man.
I think he's at that end of the road.
Yeah, man. They've had a bad start. How many points? They got 2 points. Yeah, I'm going to go Norwich and Burnley. And then my third... It can't be Newcastle. That's crazy.
You're only saying it's crazy because of how big of a club they
No,
are.
it's not even that, because when they
But
went
their-
down before, but
Their investment has been crap. They spent their whole transfer budget on Willock, and they've done not much else. I think if it gets to a problem whereby Almiron or what's the man, my man with the bandanas?
St. Maximin.
St. Maximin. If they have off days, or if they down tools, or if they get sold in the January transfer, because they're finished.
It's been a long time coming for Newcastle, though.
But of course it has. They've been flirting with relegation.
It's been a long
for
time
years,
coming,
cuz.
I don't know if Watford stay up, you know.
Watford is tricky with Watford.
I don't
but
know
I
if
think
they
they've
stay
got
up.
they've got Prem experience though. A lot of their players played in the Prem.
When is Sarr gonna come to the right side?
He's sick, Ishmael.
Cause you have to say it like that as well, yeah. Cause you gotta love Sarr, you know.
Nice guys.
There's a ball.
Got him in my fantasy still.
He got some points this week.
Yeah, last week as well.
3 weeks in a row, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go Norwich, Burnley, and I can't say I'm gonna go Watford.
Oh, cool.
I'm going Watford.
So the only one different is that I'm saying Newcastle, you're saying
Yes,
Watford.
yeah. I can't see Newcastle's goal difference is marky as well. But yeah, I just think
Watford got 4 points on them already. Alright, cool.
yeah, I'm gonna go Watford. Let's see what some of the timeline's saying. Burnley won't go down. Norwich, Watford, Newcastle. Okay. Norwich, Watford, Burnley. Yeah, keep putting them in, guys. Keep putting it. Norwich, Newcastle, Leeds. No, come on.
Leeds. No
Barrison B40. Come on.
is this Barrison guy?
Leeds will not go down.
No,
You know,
Leeds have got too much.
as much as their style of play is crazy, Leeds will not go
They're not
down.
going
Do you guys want to know the scores? Crystal Palace scores?
1-0.
Yes.
Okay.
Crystal Palace 1-0 up?
Yeah.
Who predicted that? Okay.
Sounds like someone.
It's not over.
Only one person predicted
Well, it's
it.
half
as well.
time. Whoa.
I thought we'd go. That's not in love. That's it's not even close enough. I thought you said it like it was there.
No.
Yeah, that's not close.
Half time cap.
That's not even close enough. Yeah. All right, cool. So
Where we at?
Femster said he loves Leeds.
I know, cause he's a madman. By the way, people, what I want to tell you about Femstar, yeah?
Leeds to go down.
No, guys, Femstar in our group chat said it is the supporters' fault.
By By the way, that was insane, and he didn't retract.
Yeah.
He gave him time.
He said it was the supporters' fault why Leeds play expansive football.
Oh my god.
The supporters' fault. He said because they keep egging them on.
I hated every second of it. what he did.
Memphis is a madman. He is a certified madman. He didn't want to put no onus on the manager, the players, no one else. But
Straight to the fans.
because he's a sicko.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that
no.
for any other team?
But what I don't like is that he had time to retract it. He could have said, "No, guys, I was joking." He just said, "No, it is the fans' fault."
Tumbleweeds.
He said Ellen Road. He said that's the reason why
100%.
they keep. He said that they keep pushing them forward, but they're only listening to the fans, not the manager and not themselves.
Oh, that's.
Oh, people are saying that he's trolling. People are laughing, but I don't know if he is trolling and if he is
Because
joking
he's
because
a madman.
he's on the timeline, so he can maybe clear that up.
All right, let's get into the real business.
Okay.
All right,
Stand by.
Let's get there. All right.
N
L.
D.
Okay.
Listen, I hope one of our brethren, he's on watch at the moment.
Has anyone phoned him, by the way?
No, he's on watch. Now, one of my brethren is on watch, and I don't know. I can't allow any chairs, or
I want him to jump. Now, I want him to jump.
Okay.
I want him
The
to
dugout,
Jump where?
the dugout does
Jump
not.
where?
Sui Bridge.
The dugout does not sponsor these views. The dugout does not sponsor these views.
The dugout and everything else associated with the
Because
dugout,
if
the review and all sorts.
Because if you
do not.
jump, that means that someone else has to run up. You can just use the shoelace string. That's what, and then no one else. Is
But
involved.
okay, everyone's doing way too
No, but then no one else is involved if you
Okay,
do
way too much.
that. But I know, but he's on watch at the moment. So I've
Halloween
taken
is coming. It's gone dark.
I've taken away all his laces from his trainers so that he's and for anyone that
Is there a helpline?
I don't know, bruv. It's cuz.
It's dark. It's a dark place. But let's get into it, yeah? So I believe the game between Arsenal and the Scum
You have to
is...
call them by their names. Come on, it's a football.
I
just did.
just called them.
just
by
did.
name.
And I'll translate Tottenham.
Okay. Is the biggest derby in this country. The biggest derby in this country, yeah?
Is there anything that can be like?
No.
I don't think there's anything that betters it.
There's massive derbies in this country, but I don't think anything.
I think Liverpool Man United is a big derby. I think Rangers Celtics a big
Say
derby.
Rangers
But it's
Celtic
not in
is
this- that's
it's
not in this
historical.
country.
That's
But
not in
this
UK.
country.
Okay,
That's not this country.
but
It was
That's not
until
this country.
But I think there's other big derbies, but I don't think anything is as big as Arsenal Tottenham. And I think leading up to the games, the fans, the players, the
Supporters
social-
of other clubs.
Yeah.
This is what I always
Yeah.
talk about.
also true. That's how we measure it.
When
innit?
Man City and Man United play each other, no one gives a flying listen. Like no one cares. When it's Arsenal Spurs, everyone, and I mean, bro, more Man United fans are electric about the game. More than, bro, I'm telling you.
No,
it's
I've witnessed it.
humongous.
Yeah. But it's historical though.
It's
And
humongous.
it's London. It's the capital, isn't it? Like it is what it is.
It's a
It's
massive
big
game. Massive game.
So what are you saying? These man didn't.
So I always go into it.
By the way, Barrison B40 has said City United. City United
City
is not
United
even
isn't
top
close.
five.
It's not even close.
Like, I'm not sure.
not even close.
I think Barrison's on banter. That's a B for banter. That's yeah. Maybe that's what the B40 is for.
That's not even close. So for me, as an Arsenal fan, I go into these games and
Let me ask you a question. How much sleep do you get, my bro?
none.
Yeah. Day before, day after.
Okay.
3 days.
I don't sleep.
I hear it.
I'm buzzing, like buzzing. Week of, you get me? I'm buzzing, yeah. So, for me, going into this derby, there's always like you know what it is, yeah. I always have a little bit of nerves because you never want to lose it,
As you do though.
bro. And if we had lost, I wouldn't be here today.
I wouldn't have it though.
I
Dugout wasn't happening today if we lost.
What do you mean?
I would have.
Bro, the show does not go on.
The show.
Can't go on.
There would have been cameras.
needed.
Bro, there would have been cameras, lights,
Lights,
no
no
people.
action.
Yeah, no action. Cameras, lights, and no action.
Bro, but that's the the depth
100%.
of the importance
of this game,
of this
bro.
derby
It's massive,
People don't go work the same,
bro.
if they're on the other
Because
end.
the week
Do you
would have
think
been
Tottenham
ruined.
fans still care about it.
No,
they're in pieces.
100%.
Because one brother said that he doesn't know what to do with his carpets. He said, I'm going to leave them dirty.
Well, I hate. That's
Because he said, I'm going to leave my carpet dirty.
I shout out my family.
Guys, he said he's in pain. But
He's a certified fan though.
this is what
Not
happened.
like these Man United fans. He's certified.
This is another thing as well what makes the derby so big as well. I think the Tottenham fans as well, because in the last, let's go like just half a decade, it's become so monumental because they have got so much better as a club.
100%.
Right? Now, when yesterday's come, as they walk into the stadium, obviously they got no memorabilia on as usual. They're just wearing just Hackett and black caps, as you know how it goes. But they are there and thinking they are coming to the Emirates to turn us over. They're not thinking, this is a derby that we're just gonna come and that. You know what I mean? Like certain games, like for example, when Man United used to play Man City at any given time, it was just
It was a rollover.
It's just like, how much can we keep the score down? Do you know what I mean? But Spurs have come thinking that they're gonna take 3 points away from the Emirates, and they were sadly, gravely mistaken.
I like the gravely.
Bro, it was a massacre. Maybe this is what they were talking about. This is what they were talking about on This is what they were talking about. What was the guy the bonfire night? Is this what they were talking about?
Rifle.
Yeah, is this what he was talking about? Is this what St. Valentine's? Bro, yesterday was a bloodbath.
Yeah, it was madness.
I haven't seen Tottenham fans leave on the 38th minute like that.
Yeah.
Bro, they left on the 38th minute,
bruv,
some of them.
I saw.
It was
It
disgusting.
was horrible. And so, all right, let's get into it. Let's get into it properly now, yeah? So, prior to the game kicking off, there was all this talk about how Tottenham were top of the league 3 games ago. Arsenal were bottom of the league. We won 2.
It wasn't this talk, man. There was a lot of.
Yeah, exactly.
There's disrespect.
There's a lot of disrespect.
a lot of
And a lot of it I took personally. I took a lot of it personally.
Heart, you know.
So, going into the game, they had lost 2. We had won our last 2. But I never expected it.
That's so good.
God, I swear to you. I never, bro. For
I
what?
also
I didn't expect that. That was really good.
Guys,
Funny, good soundbite, you know?
bro, what happened afterwards? For Arsenal to be 3-0 up in the derby was... I was screaming. There was a point where I just had to put my hands over my face because I didn't know what to do.
This
There's
is so mad.
there's a video that I took. Right, so after we scored, yeah. So obviously in the moment we scored a goal. Then there's the melee of all of us. We run like you know how it goes, the mayhem. So give or take about 45 seconds, bro. I panned my I then put on my camera because I could see him. I thought Aaron was crying, but I've turned my camera to him. His hands are in his head. You know the joy, that unbridled joy. But he was standing on seats.
What?
He was standing on seats in the Emirates.
Yeah, see, I was about to buck off my top.
Yeah.
But I told you to do it multiple times. Yeah. You didn't do it. There was 3 youths in front of us. Man he said, my top doesn't go on again.
Yeah,
He said, not until he goes work tomorrow.
Like that.
It was insane, bro. The scenes are insane. So, what I want to talk about in relation to this game is the players that we have at our disposal. Now, I'm not hearing this agenda that I'm hearing on Sky Sports News about Tottenham are no good, yeah? I'm not hearing that.
That's so funny.
Stay in the room.
So, no. So, I'm going to have to explain this because this is part of... This is part of what happened at the derby.
Graven's comment.
Yeah, so there was because it's very important because we have to let the people know that the dugout does not discriminate. So we need to clarify what actually happened. So there was a fan sat down after the second goal had been scored. But the North Bank is it's just standing. It's just standing, especially block 10. It's just standing. And everyone's standing, but this guy sat down, and Aaron has exploded with the stewards, with everyone. He said, get this bleep, 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 Spurs fan out of this section. And then we found out that he was disabled.
I didn't know.
So he was an Arsenal fan.
I'm finding that he's disabled now.
So he was an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, the steward informed.
And basically he couldn't stand up.
The steward
No, but he wasn't like he wasn't a paraplegic. He wasn't though. He was not though. He had an invisible disability. Let's just put it like that. If he did have a disability, because we're going on Talbot, and I don't know if Talbot.
Bro, the steward told you, bro.
He never told me anything.
Bro, that's so dark. Go back to your other point. That is so dark.
What's dark?
What do you mean he wasn't? I'm so sorry, guys. Guys, please.
As I said, he had an invisible disability. If he had a disability at all, but we're scoring. We scored 3 goals in 30 minutes, and he hasn't celebrated one. So what am I supposed to think? That he's a Tottenham fan that just wanted a ticket for the game, just to be inside, and he's not celebrating?
Oh gosh.
Because I lost my rag.
I did what?
No, bro, he had to be restrained a little bit.
No,
That's why there was a steward there. He absolutely exploded. And this was at 2-0 as well. It was at 2-0 when he's done that. And I didn't like it one bit. Not one bit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
We have to move past that. So, as I was saying, yeah, okay, I'll mention Xhaka. I'll be honest.
Fantastic.
And I said to Aaron in game as well, I said I will not say anything derogatory about him yesterday, because he was really good. He was solid.
He wasn't really good. He was fantastic.
Yeah, I'll give no.
No, he was fantastic.
And what he's done for the second goal as well, because if he hasn't shielded my man like that as well, Spurs actually more than likely score, because Ramsdale's put him in a precarious, as my dog would say, a precarious position.
But a lot of people are calling foul on that. What do you reckon?
No. I can only go with what VAR and the referee said.
Okay.
And then what I was told in school back in the 80s.
Play to the whistle.
Play to the whistle.
Okay.
That's what I can go
But look,
with.
you know what? To go back on your point about Xhaka playing really well, wasn't it just a case of Tottenham being really shit? But they were really bad.
Xhaka has these games, and I think the problem with most Arsenal fans regarding Xhaka is that when he's good, he's really good. But the difference between him being really good and really bad is massive. That difference in between is really
no in between with him,
because it's so big. So for me, as an Arsenal fan, I prefer him not to be there than to be there, because we can't guarantee which Xhaka we're gonna get. And when you look at the top elite footballers, the disparity between their games isn't that big. Correct. If they have an off day, you can tell they're having an off day, but their off day is probably Xhaka's best day. Do you get it? Whereas Xhaka, when he's not on it, is as useful as me there. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not good enough. But I think Xhaka's a very good footballer. I'm going to say this on live so people can quote me. I think he's a very good footballer, but he's not good enough for this league, because this league is
not mobile.
League is way too fast enough. And if he goes to Roma, which he was predicted to do earlier before the season started, I think he could be a really good midfielder over there. A really good midfielder.
That's why people see him in European competitions and say, "Oh my God, why isn't this the Xhaka from the Euros?" What do you know what I mean? Because he's given the time, he's given the space, and anyone who's a professional footballer, given that time and space, will be able to find passes, especially if you're a centre midfielder, be able to find passes, be able to pick people out, be able to look relatively saucy. But the problem is, which I've had with him for years, which I still have with him, but excusing yesterday, is that he will always make mistakes, cost you games, do something rash because he's not quick enough. So he'll then make a challenge after the fact, and then get sent off for it. And then all of a sudden we've got 10 men and then everyone remembers why you hate him.
Yeah.
So this is what the problem is with Xhaka. But yesterday, I think when we saw his name in the team sheet, I don't think anyone was happy. The odd few, maybe, but the majority of us weren't happy. But I think that one thing I will say, which hasn't been touched on, is that I think Xhaka really knows what the fixture means. I don't think Nuno, so even look at the coaches, I don't think Arteta knows what the fixture means. No, he's played in the fixture, but I mean, he knows what the fixture means. When you saw how he ran and leaped for the first goal, and then for the third goal, we stayed as well, which was a bit different yesterday. We stayed so late, and we went and stayed and watched the interviews with all the managers, the players, and we saw his expression, the questions. They'll say that he knows what this meant. Like, losing yesterday was just not an option. And I think for Nuno, losing or winning was comme ci, comme ça. Do you know what I mean? He's just like, I can still be Lucas Moura's dad or whatever. You know what I mean? He just got that look. He's always got that look where he just seems unsure of what's going on. I don't know. He could be or Townsend's father, and no one knows. No one knows.
You make a very valid point, because even his body language in the loss, like in the losing of the game, he wasn't vocal. He wasn't. He made a couple changes towards the end. He brought, what's my man's name, Bryant or something like that.
Why was Skip playing?
No, he weren't. He brought him on to replace Dele Alli.
Why was he playing?
Because Dele Alli was next to useless, and Dombele was next to useless.
And Dombele was awful.
Tanganga got run ragged. They had so many issues.
Tell me a player that ranked over 3 for Spurs yesterday. Actually, maybe Lloris could have got a 3. He kept the score down.
Yeah, he made a couple.
He kept the score down. To be fair.
Son? You think Son played well?
No, I don't think he played
I think our right back absolutely pocketed him yesterday. Gave him no change whatsoever. It was really, really bad. And that's so refreshing as an Arsenal fan to see, because we've been, since Sagna, I would say, we've had a major issue at right back. We've had Bellerin there, we've had Chambers there, Cedric there, we've had a couple of other joke man there as well. and to finally see a right back, one with his physique is very rare because he's very tall and he's very big, but two that likes defending. Wins his aerial duels, wins his 50-50s that he's meant to win. So forget even about the attacking prowess that he possesses, just defending, the basic principle of it, he does well.
I was going to say there was like 3 names in the back that like quite new, relatively new, like the whole back 4. Young youths as well. Bro, it's a new team.
Bro, 100%. And so how Arsenal was set up, which was also very good to see, because of his physique, he slotted in at centre-back. And it allowed Kieran Tierney on the left-hand side to push further up, which then caused Tottenham all their issues, because we've now overloaded them in midfield, which means Dele Alli has to come out to the right wing, plus Smith Rowe's over there. It's causing issues already just in terms of formation. And I think that's something that will come to Arsenal's benefit, the fact that when we have the ball, we can go to a back 3, and then when we don't have the ball, we just come back in our shape, in our normal back 4.
Well,
our shape was fantastic. Fantastic yesterday.
What's your thoughts on Thomas Partey?
Listen, I think he was beyond fantastic yesterday. I think he controlled the game from start to finish. I was actually surprised that he lasted 90 minutes though, because we normally take him off a little bit earlier just to kind of, because he's a little bit injury prone, so we normally just wrap him up.
When he was down as well, I was like, not again.
But I'll be honest, yesterday, I didn't enjoy the second half.
Yeah, because what we said at halftime, which was crucial, was that we shore up for the first 10, 15. We cannot concede. That's very crucial, because I think it's inevitable that any team that's up 3-0, I think at some point you're gonna switch off. You're gonna take your foot off the pedal slightly, and then you're going to do something which, like for example, I think at 0-0, Son doesn't score that goal because Saka makes the challenge.
Yes.
at 0-0.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? I think that Saka almost doesn't want to get injured by the way none of us will know, but the way he's not put his foot in there is that he knows that if he does, possibly he gets the ball, possibly he doesn't, possibly he gets injured from it. I think at 0-0 though,
he goes for it.
He put his head there if he has to.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I think there's certain things that you see within the game that, like, for the last 20 minutes, I think we were actually quite ragged. We were quite ragged for the last 20 minutes. When Sambi's come on, I think he's been run around a couple times when he's come on, and I think that at 0-0, if it's 0-0 or if it's 1-0, there's a slightly different second half performance. So I understand when you're saying that you didn't enjoy the second half, but I think that the fans alone, us alone in the stadium, pushed on Arsenal. So they could hear. I haven't felt the Emirates like that
For a long time.
Can this be maintained?
Years.
Can that be maintained?
Not that level. Not that. I'll be real with you. Not that level, because we're so up for it. I mean, it means so much as well.
Bro, man are in the pubs from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it means too much.
The game just means too much to Arsenal fans and Tottenham fans. And so to say that you're going to have that for Norwich, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you get it? But what we should be doing is maintaining a certain level of energy in the stadium.
Behind the team, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that has to be looked at. They're talking about the safe standing stuff in the Emirates and how that's going to go. We've got to vote on that and all of that. So hopefully... because
a message has been retracted from the live, and it says YouTube has censored this message for inappropriate and racial abuse. Because that's crazy. Someone said, "Are they from the same country?" And someone said, basically, and then YouTube has then has messaged the dugout and said that message must be removed.
Oh, this is so funny.
He said potato. So I think that in looking at
yeah, I see it.
That's so good. That's from me. Yeah, I just think that we were amazing yesterday, and we were amazing yesterday. And I think if there's any Tottenham fans on the line, because a lot of them, they don't really show up. See, one thing about Arsenal fans, we get a lot of stick. We're the most hated. Man United fans try it, but we're the most hated club in the world. Yeah, we are the ones that when memes are created for Arsenal fans. By the way, you haven't seen one meme since yesterday. The only thing that you've seen is Anthony Joshua wearing an Arsenal. He's wearing a Spurs kit. Yeah, that's the only thing.
But you look like King, though.
You look like a Claffy. That's what you look like. We'll do that.
We'll touch that then.
Because that's imperative as to why he lost as well.
Very much so.
But what I'm saying is that there's been no means because we are hated as a club. Yeah. So then when Arsenal do anything, one thing about Arsenal is that we're always about though. We're always about. One thing the Spurs fans, they just have a license to go missing. Yeah, they have a license. They can just go missing, come back, and then when they come back, they come back. Do you know what I mean? And so I just think that I hope that there's one online that he's quite vocal, but he doesn't care enough about football.
Yeah, he doesn't care enough. I really want to get at him, but he
doesn't care enough. Aaron Lenz, he does not care enough. He actually wanted Arsenal. Sometimes if he's got Arsenal players in his FF team, he actually just wants us to win. It just doesn't matter.
I can't back that.
It doesn't matter. But some of the Tottenham fans, they've gone AWOL.
So
no one wants to speak about this, but I'm very upset, that the Tottenham fans aren't here.
Because I know what they're like, innit? And they've been dogs.
Cankerworm.
Yeah, they've been dogs, so I don't really care for them. But what I would say is that Haaland showed out yesterday, bro.
Oh my God, I like that. I like the use as well.
ESR and Saka have taken Arsenal by the scruff of the neck and just said, "All right, we'll take it from here." Do you get it? Like, for both of them to get a goal and an assist yesterday was amazing in a North London derby.
Saka and Demo Smith Rowe.
Because it's a North London derby.
I
don't know if this continues though.
I
And
think
that's why I don't want to hype them up too much.
no, I don't want to hype up. I don't want to hype up anything. And what I would say to the other like people that are watching is that I'm not saying that Arsenal.
Highland FC.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Arsenal are the finished product. I don't think that we're going to be challenging for anything serious this season. But most certainly, for me, I see something that Arteta is actually building.
Project.
100%. And I think when you look at the last tenure of Wenger, when you look at Emery, I never ever truly believed that they were building something. I feel like they were filling holes.
Is that why you're so Arteta in?
Yeah, 100%. I believe that he's actually got a project here, and he's saying, "I'm going." You understand, bro? Like he's not just he's not buying players just to fit a system for now, but you don't really want them later on down the line. You get me? And we've done that so many times in recent years.
It's not a budget thing, or are the board behind him? Like,
I think the board are behind him because they spent 150 million this summer.
And as well.
Do you get it? And he's gone there. They said, Rob, we don't want to sign anyone under 23. Because you understand, like, to have that kind of, I don't know when Arsenal have had that type of plan in place before.
Longevity.
You get me? To say that you're not signing players over a certain age or that don't fit a certain style of play. Like, Arsenal haven't been in that position before for a very long time. So for me, I'm 100% behind Arteta. I'm 100% behind the players. And I know that we're going to have some bad times. We are going to have bad times because they're young players. It's a new manager. So I'm not fooled by that. But I then believe that Arteta is the man that can fix those problems as they arise.
That is very bold.
Thoughts on Ramsdale? I'll just keep throwing them out. Thoughts on Ramsdale? People think he should be England's number one. Thoughts on Ramsdale?
Listen, I was one of the people that was fully behind the Ramsdale signing.
You seem to get a lot of these predictions right.
But you know what it is? Do you know why? No, do you know what?
Team do this quite
No, do you know why? Yeah, because I follow my club very, very dearly from on all levels, innit? Like from youth team to the senior team, yeah. So I know what's good for my team. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if we was talking about Man United, I would say, this player might be good, but it might be that he's not good for that team because I don't watch them intently like that. You get me? But for Arsenal, I know what Arsenal need. Now, it's taken him 3 games to displace Leno, and you can see the difference that he brings to this Arsenal team. When I think Kane went through and he missed the sit-up, if you see the way he got up and was screaming at the centre backs, I don't see Leno doing that. Bro, he screams all game, bro, and he's not giving the defenders a moment's rest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, his distribution on the ball, whether it's long, whether it's short, is so good compared to Leno that you can see why he's now in the team. And what that also does, it shows you what we're missing, what we've been missing. Do you get it? And that's what I'm saying about Bellerin. Now that we've got a proper right back in, we can see why Bellerin wasn't working all these years. Do you get it? And so as Arsenal fans, we just got to be patient, bro. I think all of the new signings that we signed have come in and done well when needed. You get me? But again, we're just going to need time. And I'm not saying it's going to be weeks. It might be this season, but we just got to get behind them. Do you get it?
Yeah. No, 100%.
What did you think of Aubameyang yesterday?
I think Aubameyang, very surprisingly, played well because he doesn't play well. That's one thing I'll say. He's another man that, and it's not even like he's been a bagsman recently, like he used to be. Do you know what I mean? So I was very surprised that he was winning his aerial duels.
Yeah, I was
like,
surprised by that.
What's going on with that?
I was surprised by
I don't know what's going on at this club yesterday, but I like it. That he was chasing down. He was a part of the press. I don't know the last time I've seen Aubameyang sprint. So to see him, I don't know how many sprints he completed yesterday, but he was active. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I have a problem with you saying that we can finish 5th. Because if we continued playing like this all the time, I can see where the ground is for us to build. But are we going to, as you said, are we going to be up for this? Are we going to be up for this away at Brighton on Saturday?
Yes.
Are we going to be up for Are we going to be up for that at Villa? Are we going to be? Do you know what I mean? Like, at what point are we going to say?
And is there enough?
Like, do they switch off again? This is what the problem is for me. Aubameyang was fantastic yesterday, but at what point does he decide? Oh, do you know what? I want to go back to just walking around the pitch again.
But
do you know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, I genuinely believe right now that Arsenal have options right now. So you got to remember the players that never played yesterday. £72 million Pepe was on the bench.
That was a massive call, you know.
But he was on the bench yesterday. He didn't see the pitch. Lacazette, I think he's got more goals than Aubameyang in North London, in North London derbies, didn't see the pitch yesterday. Do you understand? So
He's found what he wants.
He's found it whereby we've now got competition for places in a lot of places. And so players can't now afford...
Palace have conceded. What is going on? Last minute.
1-1 to Brighton.
Did you predict draw? This is what I mean. Hey, Vieira. Hey, brother. What's he doing?
God, yeah.
Last
do draw?
minute, you know.
Yeah.
I had the goalkeeper took a free kick.
Cuz, this is not on.
Madness. So for me, I think that people can't rest on their laurels now. And I think, as I said, if Aubameyang's having a run of poor games, we bring in Lacazette. There's Martinelli that never got no minutes yesterday. There's so many people that we can now bring in, and I think the only place that we're really lacking is centre midfield. I don't think there's enough there. I think we've got 3 there.
So what we saw yesterday, it was yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's first team? Like,
For me, it would be.
first team going
Yeah,
forward.
I think that would. I think that team there can compete.
What was the formation?
4-3-3. That team there can compete with any team in the league. No, and when I say compete, I don't mean compete whereby we might beat these teams, but we won't get thrashed. We could lose a 2-1 with that team to Man City if we perform like that. Do you get it? Like, that team is competitive. It's not going to win you the league. It's not going to. I don't even think that team's good enough to get top 4. But let us be competitive and more competitive than we've been in previous years.
To say that most realistic fans have resigned to the fact that it's a project we're building and probably going to take another 2 seasons before we can start talking about.
I don't know. I don't know if he's got 2 seasons. I think
He does not have 2 seasons.
I think he's got a January transfer window. I think he's got the summer again, and I think he needs to be kicking on next season in terms of. But again, it's all going to be dependent on where we finish this season. So I think if he gets, let's say he gets 5th this season, I think
That's big. If he,
I
if
think-
he manages to do that, I'll be flabbergasted.
of course. But I think then the next project for that after that would be to get back into the top 4. Do you get it? And obviously, we're competing with teams that financially we can't compete with. We can't compete with Man United financially, Chelsea financially, City financially. So we have to be a lot smarter in our use of our money. Again, something that I don't think Arsenal have been in previous years.
Dexter has asked, he said Saka has to play on the right at all times. What's your thoughts on this?
I think Arsenal's a very fluid team, and I don't think any of them. I think both of them can play on the other side. So I think if we have Pepe in there, I think Pepe's better on the left. So it means that Saka can go on the right.
Femster has said that Dexter he agrees and he thinks that Saka and Pepe should fight it out.
I don't mind that, but Saka's always going to win for me. I just think he's more direct, and I think when you're talking about, because to be fair to Pepe, he does track back in it. I've noticed that in his game, especially the back end of last season. He was working a lot harder than I've seen him work before. But I just think going forward, Saka offers you so much because he's so direct. And he doesn't mind running off the ball. Pepe's not a man to run off the ball. Do you get it? And that's what creates spaces. That's what causes a lot of danger, I think. So Saka's always going to win that fight if it's between them two. But as I said, different games are going to be, you're going to need different strengths in it. And I think Pepe will come into it this season. He just has to wait his turn. And I think Arteta's going to have to just run with this team for now because it's served him so well. And as you said, like this is the first time in a long time we've had everybody available, and this is the team that he's picked. So that this is his first team.
Odegaard?
I thought he was very good. Again, led with the press from midfield, helped out. Passing was good. He got bullied a little bit and he warmed into the game, I felt. But once he got going, I thought he was very good. His link up play with all of the attackers, I think, was very good. Like he found Smith Rowe a lot, he found Saka a lot, he found Aubameyang. He's just got to work on pulling the trigger for me. I think he gets into good spaces, but he's always looking for that extra pass instead of just maybe having a shot on goal. But yeah, I thought he was very, very good yesterday.
Okay, couple final thoughts. I'll throw out to you, Ted. Pepe's too left-footed. He's too predictable and doesn't want to use his right foot.
Facts.
So do you think then, well, to be fair, you don't have to say anything because you already said that you believe that's why Saka will always win that duel for you.
Yeah. I just
Then where does he play? Carabao Cup?
No, I don't think. As I said, I think there's going to be games where we're going to need his trickery. Because that's something that Saka doesn't have. So for all his endeavour, he's not going to... He doesn't skin men like that. Whereas Pepe can. And I think just as the season goes, we're going to need players to come out and sit down, have a rest. We don't... Like, Saka's a kid, innit? Like, we don't want to burn him out. So Pepe will get minutes. Just like I think Martinelli will get minutes. I think there's going to be times where we're going to have to pull them out and just...
I've had a chance to speak to you since then about Gabby. What's happening with Gabby? Because he's saying he's not getting his chance. When he gets his chance, he then doesn't perform. You're saying he needs more minutes. How much more minutes can we have before... that? Because I think he's really talented. And I don't think there's actually a doubt about him being talented. But I mean, what's the missing piece? What's the missing link?
I think it
can't just be minutes.
No, I think it is. I think there's a lot of players that play off instincts, isn't it? But when you haven't played for a while and you're coming back from an injury, it makes it difficult to play instinctively. Like you play with a little bit of a fear. You get me? So.
So what's his fear? What is his
of
fear?
getting injured again? Don't forget, he had 2 injuries since he's come to Arsenal. Like in terms of like big injuries. And so I think there's a fear of, because there was talks about, he's soft, like, but as I said, his time will come. Like, I'm not even too worried about him. Like, I think his time will come.
So you don't have a concern?
No, not yet. I don't have a concern yet. I think he will get minutes. I think he's going to do well. He's going to be playing the Carabao Cup games. And then when FA Cup starts up, he will be playing in those as well.
He said, what has Martinelli got to do to get a game? And then there's a reply saying that someone has to get injured for him to get in now.
Yes, definitely. I think in terms of starting a game, you can't just... These players have done well over the last 3 games to warrant their place in the team now. So I don't think Arteta's going to come and disrupt that just to give Martinelli minutes. I think someone would have to get injured or... any other reason why, or get a red card or whatever it is for them not to play.
And then this is my gripe. See, when that happens, you have to snatch at your opportunity.
You have to.
See, like what Ramsdale has done. He's taken his opportunity and he said, I'm just not going to concede goals. And on top of not conceding, he was like, I'm going to make you feel my presence. At 3-1, after that fantastic save onto the bar.
Magnificent save.
From where we were, we could see the save, but obviously you've watched it again since. And when you watch the replay on TV, you see how good the save. Because from where we were, we're at the complete other end. Yeah. We're at the other end, looking down, and all you can see is that he's outstretched his hand and it's gone onto the bar. But the reaction, it almost looks like he's gone across the ball like that and saved it with his wrong hand. It looks like. Yeah, no, bro. It's such a good save, and it's so pivotal because if that becomes 3-2 at that point, the squeaky bum time at that time at 3-2 with that, we've seen it happen before. Not just to us, we've seen that happen before, and it changes everything. It changes everything, and the morale. If you don't win that game,
Shattered.
The draw, anything feels like a humongous loss. Anything at that point. So I think that when you get your opportunity, like what you're saying, so imagine is an issue and Martinelli gets his chance. Where does he go from there?
He has to take it. He has to take it.
But if he doesn't now, what's the discussions that
But
happens?
again, if he does, he's a young boy though. He's a young boy, so as I said, I don't have much pressure on him right now. Do you get me? It's not like we're in a desperate need for him, and so we have to put all of our trust into him. He's got time to develop. He's got time to learn his craft. I'm hearing that at the club they're trying to change him from a winger to a striker. So sometimes that plays on your mind because where you're being instinctive and then your manager's coaching you in a totally different role, it just has you thinking, and sometimes you don't know where to position yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, like, he's got time now. I'm not too worried about Martin. As I said, as long as he gets game times in the cups and he starts to just put some away in the cups, innit? I think he's probably low on confidence.
That's
like,
crucial. I mean,
it will come
this
good.
is what I was waiting for you to say. He needs a goal.
Yeah,
He
100%.
needs a goal.
100%.
Any type as well.
And
Scruffy,
yeah.
tapping, deflection. He needs a goal. Like, no, you just sometimes you need a goal because confidence breeds more confidence.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
Classic example. Kane. When was the last time Kane scored?
he actually scored in the week,
Oh.
but he scored in the week in the Carabao Cup and when the game still went to penalties,
Yeah.
and they were lucky as well. So I don't think he's a good example. I think as much as I hate Kane, I think that he's doing there's a bit of spite in his game as well at the moment, and I genuinely hate Kane. But I think there's a bit of spite.
laughing.
No, I think there's a bit of spite
all
with
the
what
way.
he's doing because
He hates Nuno and Tottenham.
I
Levi,
think
everything.
I think as Tatted mentioned, he really hates Levy. I think he genuinely, but I think that because Kane has got this image about him, he can't really,
Can't come out.
he can't come out.
He's got a
and-
clean cut image.
He's
with
got
England.
he's too clean cut. He can't come out and go, do you know what? I'm not gonna do this. He ain't gonna come out and do that now, man.
But let's talk about his performance yesterday. How poor was it? And
On a scale of what, 0 to 10,
yeah,
He got an assist.
he got an assist. Yeah, it was a beautiful assist as well for Saka.
Yeah, bro.
No,
He was
bro.
the start and the
He
beginning.
was
of
I was just about to say, he started it off, and you know, like when you do that, you know, when you kick ball and you do that, and you want to run back and try and get the ball
But
back.
at first he didn't mean it, and then
Yeah, bro, what's wrong with that?
He
You?
was just doing enough.
And
to
then,
let
but
that
then he
go.
pushed it. But then he
But
pushed
the
himself,
final third, he got,
and then he got back, and he thought,
problem.
yeah, he thought I'm gonna do a sliding challenge, Harry Kane,
bad business.
and then he slid in. He slid in.
It was the manner of
And
how
he's
he
come
lost
off.
that ball.
He's come off his fight and his hand. He's passed it to Saka. Bro, it's criminal what he's doing. And at the moment, I think Harry Kane is actually playing midfield at the moment. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna tell you for sure that I like
He hasn't got the.
it. Bro, I like
I don't
it.
have the legs anymore. Like I don't like. He doesn't seem
Anymore.
He's as fit. He's not as.
He's in a major problem. I think he's realised. As I said, I think he has to have a major conversation with his brother. His brother's his agent, and I think he's realised that
Thanks, Molly.
he's past the opportunity.
I was gonna say, like, how much more has he got left?
I don't think he's got a lot. I think he's 28 now.
How long has he been at Tottenham?
He's always been at Tottenham. Well,
It's been a long time,
yeah,
but
since he
Over 10.
yes.
yeah, but he's gonna is he gonna see out the rest of his
I
we
think
sang
he'll-
to him yesterday. He came close. He started getting. We told him he'll never play for City.
And that's a problem.
You know what's so sad about his thing here is that he's actually a good player, and I think he's already hit the peak of those powers. So any opportunity he would have had of getting some sort of silverware is gone, bruv. I'm starting to believe what you say about him, you know.
That he's got mental health issues. But I told you look, that ages
like,
ago, and then every time we have the mental health awareness week, I put his shirt up against cameras. I tell people, look, this is what I get the picture and I put the shirt with the phone against the camera. And I tell people, and everyone's like, bro. And I say, listen, this is what it is. And then
By the way,
when
you
he's
say
finished now,
MH, like you
I'm
could
being
be
serious.
talking about like the pressure, which is
I'm
a
being
form
serious.
of MH. But
I'm being serious.
different
There's
things
a
as well.
level of mental health that no one wants to, and
Address.
the thing is that I've diagnosed it, but no one else wants to discuss it.
Dr. Tao.
Yeah,
We'll
but
see.
no one wants to discuss it. But yeah, he's washed. But yeah, massive win yesterday.
Subpar performance.
No, beyond subpar, man. Everyone, as I said to you, I think Lloris was most probably their man of the match. He's just kept the score down.
Ah, Lucas did the team.
But I think the thing with Mora is that he brings energy all the time. Just regardless, he just brings energy. There's something about him. He brings energy. Yeah.
Vibes and energy.
Yeah, that's what he's about, man. That he just brings energy, and I think that he's got a gripe as well that he's still holding on to from the Champions League final because he got done over royally. 4K. Royally done over as well. And I think that if he started that game as well, it may have been a different result, which I thank Pochettino for making the wrong choice. Because if Spurs had ever won the Champions League, first of all, the dugout would not exist.
That's crazy. Well, of course it would.
I wouldn't be here.
Would it be a different rendition?
No, maybe with different
Some
cast members.
Tottenham fans, maybe a Lois or something.
Chilwell is suffering from MH as well. So yeah, it's engineers moving insane.
Thoughts on Ainsley seems to have moved up the pecking order. Dexter, I don't believe he has, you know. I don't think he's moved up the pecking order. I think we're just going to use him sparingly. So, because listen, I don't think I don't think Ainsley can be happy with coming on with 5, 6, 7 minutes left of a game, and he wants to be starting games.
He's not good enough to start.
He's not good enough. He's not better than our right back that we've currently got, and he's not better than
any centre mid.
Yes, he's not better than any
So does
centre.
he need minutes to improve, or
No, he's not. He's just not good
we just
enough.
don't need him?
He's not good enough.
Yeah, well,
It's not that we don't need him. He's not good enough.
but I don't think. But he's a great utility player. So when we played, who did we play? It might have been Norwich. I think he started in centre mid, and then we took off the right back and put him at right back. And I think that's something that could be used in certain games. And I think that's something why we've kept him, because not only can he play centre mid, he can also play at right back, and it's good to have a utility man there. But in terms of him getting regular game time for Arsenal, I just can't see it. I think this is probably his last season at the club, and I'm not sad about that.
He wasn't. To be fair, he wasn't sad about Joe, and now Joe is not doing anything at Newcastle. He wasn't. He was. Tide was most probably the only one that wasn't like, oh no, we should keep him, especially from the tail end of the season that he had. I think he was so adamant. He was like, sell him. He was almost on the selling for anything kind of vibe as well. And then no one really saw him. I really still like Willock, but Tide hasn't been wrong this time.
We got 20
times I've been saying this.
because we got
Libra.
we got 25 million for him, and I think that's
The clock is right twice a day.
excellent
Danny.
business.
That's the clock is right.
No, it's excellent business that we got 25 million.
That's massive.
Excellent.
Nothing's better than our Wobie business.
No, 100%. But 25 million for someone that, as I said, people get gassed over. The ending of the season is very crucial, isn't it? Yeah. So people get gassed over that, innit? So for me, it was perfect that he done that there. But when you look at him now, he's struggling to even impact games. Do you get it? So for me, great business. Happy to have him out, and I think Ainsley needs to be gone and Ketia needs to be gone, and then we can start blooding through some real ballers like Patino. Martinelli can get more minutes. Balogun can get more minutes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, let's get the one. Like, they're man are of age now. You get me? Like, they're man are in their 20s, so it's not like they're kids anymore. They should be forging a career by now. Do you get it? And if you're not forging a career, questions have to be asked as to why. Because Reece Nelson He's 22, 23.
And he's not close to being good
He's
enough.
not. Fam,
not
the
close.
Feyenoord manager said that he's struggling
Yeah, he's not close.
in Holland. And what, he's gonna come back to Arsenal and do so? Cause come on, we gotta be sensible. So like, I know there's an attachment to people that have come through our academy, but
The young boys.
as I said, academies aren't just for blooding young players into our first team. It's also a way of making money, innit? You make them, you can create players out of them, and then you can sell them for money, and that it just keeps churning.
If they can keep this batch of players and nurture them correctly, it's solid. It's a strong look for Arsenal.
We will still need to add.
Yeah.
Still need to add, but
you're building some culture back into the
100%.
Go. I've got a question.
And I liked yesterday. So what happened is our lead photographer for the club ran onto the pitch. Arteta embraced him. Arteta, they all took a picture in the dressing room. So I think there is beginning to become some unity into this team.
That hasn't been at
bro.
Arsenal for a long time, you know.
Bro,
Since
listen, anyway, we'll talk off air, but I know a few things that have happened, and it's madness when you hear about it. And obviously, ordinary fans don't get to hear about it. You get it? So I'm happy that they're doing a lot of things as a unit now. You feel me?
Question. From Femster 82, what did you think of the king and the company he was keeping in his box yesterday? How cold was his shirt?
Retro shirt was sick.
Also, Dexter Herx asked that same question earlier, but you was talking, so he was asking about your thoughts on EK.
I don't know if it's a sign though. I don't know if it's a sign that maybe something might happen. So let me just give the background. So the person who tried to buy Arsenal from the Kroenkes earlier on this year was with Henri at the game yesterday.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah, so yeah.
I thought something else was going on.
Yeah, so people obviously put in speculation about why he was at the game and with Henri, and so for me personally, I don't know if it signifies anything.
It's symbolic, you know.
You think?
Yeah, but levels like that, and then you're coming to the club.
I'm not entirely sure, Danny, because we saw it.
Something was going on.
We saw it live yesterday, and I'm not entirely sure. I'd be over the moon, obviously, Danny, but I'm just not entirely sure. I think it's a message of. I don't know, like of intent
Yeah,
in the
maybe,
sense of
intent, yeah.
in the sense of once there's chatting with Henri, there's going to be press.
Of course.
So then I think it's more of a chess move than
But is he also the owner of Spotify?
yeah.
No.
There's
That's
I think
a
it's
big
chess,
move.
Yeah, I think it's more of a chess move in the sense of visibility more than the fact of there being direct intent. If you get what I mean, I think that it's the visibility of being set. Like for example, when you see Prince William at what's the team that he supports, man? He was at the game the other day. What's the team that he supports? Aston Villa, I think it is that he supports. And you see him at a game, bro. This the future king of the country. If you sat him, say for example, he was sat with someone that there's gonna be a move, bro. Even if there's no intent, just from the publicity, it brings on enough.
That's Prince. You're talking about someone that's
Well,
in the business of buying things.
No,
He just bought.
No, but I'm giving an example of what the situation is that because we know the backstory of EK, we now know that at least if he's there with Henri, it brings the publicity, it brings the talking point, and all it can do is just fuel conversation, and then there can potentially be something moving forward. But I just think at the moment, I don't think it has wheels today.
No, I don't.
You get what I mean?
As I said, I think most Arsenal fans will be delighted if it did happen. But I don't want to jump to conclusions, and to be honest with you, I don't think that's even, and it should be Arsenal fans' main focus. I think our main focus should be just on improving our squad and supporting the manager and the players. You get it? Like the owner's business, as much as it then does trickle down, but it's not concerning at this precise moment. So that's what my take on it would be.
Molly Bibby said there's definitely more of a family bond. Even Xhaka is in the family. Wink face.
No, 100%. And as I said, talking to a few people that are around the club, I've heard that he's very, very good around the club. Very, very supportive of the younger players. Very, very supportive of his teammates. So, as I said, I don't have any issues with Xhaka as a man, but some of his performances has warranted his abuse, and I'm just not sure that he's going to be able to maintain a certain level of performance for Arsenal.
He won't. He won't. Don't say he won't. He won't. And as much as you might even want him to, he won't. He just won't. But Femster82 said Henry spoke about it tonight on Monday Night Football, which we have missed because the dugouts happened. So I'm not entirely sure how he knows that because he should have been watching the dugout. But he said their offer is still on the table. He says that so turning up to the game like that is sending a message to the fans. Dexter Hercules has also said that turning up to our biggest home game of the season with our greatest ever player is a big chess move.
You know what? The reason why I believe it's a chess move is because Stan doesn't come to games. So for him to be at the game is saying, look, I'm here, and the owner's not even here. You get it? So I see it in that way, but I genuinely don't believe Kroenkes are going to give up any % of the club unless a ridiculous offer comes. Do you get me? And I don't think EK is going to put down a ridiculous offer to tempt them. So I think it's just going to be, it's going to be a lot like the Nigerian guy that was meant to buy Arsenal. Like it's a lot of talking and not much is going to happen.
Fingers crossed anyway, man. It'll be a good move.
Molly Bibby said that she's, like what you said, that he was placing himself to the fans.
That's it, man.
Buying the fans first, please.
See,
well,
how do we round up that segment?
Well,
I know. Predictions.
The way how we round this segment is that it was 3-1 to the Arsenal.
And 1-0 to the score. What's his name?
All right, listen.
It's massive, you know.
Let's talk about that.
See this one more time, bro.
Let's talk about that. I was livid with Anthony Joshua
Yeah, it's bad business.
for taking the fight to that shit stadium.
No, do you know what? Like, all jokes aside, all banter aside, the stadium's sick.
No, it's not.
Cuz, please, just from an architectural point of view, from a learning point of view, forget the football
From
banter.
a learned point of view. Danny, that's funny. I said from a learned point of view.
Forget the football banter. Forget the tribalism. Forget the tribalism.
That's really funny.
Bro, forget the tribalism. The Tottenham Stadium is cold. Like, come on.
Okay, let's move past
Hands
that though.
down.
Let's
No,
move
but
past it.
acknowledge it though.
Why?
I won't acknowledge
No,
it.
but you must.
But why though?
Otherwise, you're sharing the same traits that Kane has.
No.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, because I already know. You see the problem that Kane has? He doesn't know that he's got mental health. See, I know that I have a problem with Spurs. I know though. I know. He doesn't know.
Once you've acknowledged that, I'll let you go. But it's a sick stadium. But anyway,
Okay.
you was making a valid point. You hate
I don't think it's sick because you come out, you see chicken outside.
That is such a superb. I retract for everything.
The aerial.
No.
You know what's what? The aerial shots.
I hate Aaron.
The aerial shots are so crazy. You come out and you're just on Tottenham High Road. Bro, you have to remember that you're just in MPK because it's crazy.
No. A man said
Because it's such a dog shit area as well.
Messi's dad said to me that it's not Grand Central. It's not LA.
Cause it's not MGM Grand where you come
MGM
out
Grand.
and then you got
see the
like
lights.
you got Las Vegas shit there. Like you coming out and you're seeing Chick King and Sainsbury's. Cause what is happening?
Bro, there's a dry cleaners opposite their north
can't
end
take
of
that,
the
bro.
stadium.
I hate them.
No, but
It's not. You know what it is? There's no walkway. There's not like
I hate it.
there's nothing
It's
that
just the
makes
high
it,
road.
there's nothing that makes it an experience.
Yeah, it's just the high
See
road.
like Wembley. See Wembley
you
way.
come out,
You
there's
see
a
the
bus stop
walk.
there.
You see
Cuz.
the walk of Wembley.
Yeah.
Like it
No,
makes
but
you
even-
feel like you're going to like to
Emirates
an
has
arena.
that walkway though.
Of course, Emirates.
We're a
but
proper club.
Because we're a
We are a
real
proper club.
outfit.
We're not team pot. Guys,
What are you talking about, bro?
So with that being said, Anthony Joshua let the side down already.
But
He's
we
an
knew
Arsenal
he was
fan as
going.
well.
We knew, by the way, we knew that he was going to lose
Yes.
once he took the fight in the.
You reckon
in
the
the
cards to the Totty?
Cuz they
You can't win. How can you win
in
anything?
there. They've never won anything in there.
It hasn't got a culture of winning, has it?
No.
And,
And he took his fight there.
This
Bro, 61
this
and never
guy-
again,
This
Cuz.
guy went and took all his belts there.
and lost all of
I
them.
guess how many he came back with?
None.
Cuz.
But in saying that, let's be honest, it was a great fight. Like
Yes.
in the sense that my man dominated him,
100%.
outboxed him.
100%.
Got battered.
Like it was
And then Spurs got back the next day. Bro, they had to have seen, someone somewhere had to. Bro, you don't have to be Mystic Meg to see this.
Yeah,
Someone had to know that them two things were going to happen back to back. Bro, it's ridiculous. Why he's taking the fight there? And like, bro, he could have fought at Wembley. It's the biggest stadium.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
so
bro,
bad,
Why has he
bro.
done that? Why has he done that?
There wasn't no, but it's because the stadium's good though. Forget the location. A man said there's Brown Eagle there, so forget chicken.
Brown Eagle.
By the way, these motherfuckers need to start.
No, but this
Man's
is-
advertising for this.
No, but this is facts though, bro.
Yeah, but
You come
Brown Eagle's
outside
a
the
thing.
stadium.
Brown Eagle's a thing.
Yeah, but you come outside the stadium, bro. No matter
Reggae
what
boys are
side of the
flavorful, yeah.
bro, guys, as soon as you come out, if you come out
high
left
risk.
side of the stadium, because this is knife crime. Guys, bro, it's crazy. No, it's crazy.
I see there's no crowd with the left hand.
If you bro, it's just crazy. It don't make sense,
Look,
bro.
but the stadium, but look, bro. By the way, the fight. You know what I knew was gonna go wrong? It wasn't even a stadium thing. It was the walkout, bro.
Why did he come out with that 28-minute intro?
You know what I thought when I saw the walkout?
With the
Apart from
music
the
as well.
28 minute no, the music's cool, fam. Like, the
No,
music's
but the music was long.
cool. But it's just Afro beats, though. Like, it's-
No, not just the Afro.
The whole
piece.
thing.
Yeah, the little rocky piece. Bro, he was doing too much,
I
guys.
think what it was for me is that there's been one other place where I've seen a grand firework display, and it made sense.
Yes. Yes. I've switched on. Did you say
Thank-
fireworks?
fantastic.
I only think of one place.
We was in another place.
Yeah, cuz.
It was a movie.
Yes.
When I saw it, what AJ ran, I said, did they speak to my man's director of photography?
Yeah.
Like, did they not speak to the
By the
banner?
way, let me big
was
up
not
my boy
great.
though. Let me big up my boy Mike as well, who was his security
Yeah, solid.
for
Strong.
cuz that's a great shout. So let me big up Mike on that
At
one.
least someone won.
Yeah, he won everything.
Yeah.
Coin.
I respect the queen.
Does AJ come back from this? I think he does. A lot
I
of
don't
people.
I
think
don't think he beats
No,
Usyk.
come on.
Can't ever
Come
as
on.
well.
I don't think he beats him in a rematch, and then that means then that I don't think he gets the biggest fights that he wants.
No, he doesn't.
So what you're saying, effectively,
Is that he's done? Yeah.
he's washed out. That's what you're saying.
Not washed out. I wouldn't say he's washed out, but
Because he's such a big brand, people come to see
He
it.
just
You know
becomes
what
a
it is?
journey fighter.
What I
Are you saying they
like,
become a
like,
journey?
journey- not a
never,
journey
never
man.
as well.
Not a
See the
journey
thing with
man, not a
Anthony
journey
Joshua,
man.
he's such a big ticket because he is more than the boxing enthusiast. So, Gyal want to just see Anthony Joshua because he's Anthony Joshua. So because of that, they're always, and I mean always, going to go to fight. So I think that he's always going to be a big ticket as long as he is boxing, no matter
I
what.
don't know. You're saying that he's done that from now, and you see, I think he's good, Mr. Nice Guy vibe, which is a great thing for boxing because it's now inclusive of
He
other
said,
fans.
if you
doing
turn
it.
right, there's 50
Bro, I
barbershops.
just wanted to stay
No,
away
but
from
he's
that.
right though,
He's
bro.
not
It's a
wrong.
mess outside.
Class,
that.
it's master.
Bro, it's a mess, bro.
No. But going back to that
It's
whole
the
thing.
banqueting suite. Bro, if you come out at the right time, if you come, bro, if
this
they come out at the
take
right
away,
time,
take away.
because it's bus driver link up. If you come out at the right time.
All white party.
Bro, if you come out at the right time, you might see Gangster Kid. There's just no telling. There's just no telling. There's no telling.
So he doesn't come back from this.
I don't think he beats Usyk. I don't know like what everyone else thinks.
Me neither.
Bruv, he was due
No,
to
I
make a
think
lot
it's-
of money. Eddie
I
Hearn's
think
not going to have this.
I think his only
just
hope
signed a
is if he
lifetime
comes in
contract.
over a stone heavier.
Bruv, did he just not sign
Over
a
a
lifetime
stone.
contract? Is he signed to My Man for life?
I don't know for life.
But brand new though, solid.
Yeah. But as I said, I don't.
He comes back from this, man. I think he's got. He
he
knows
could-
how to go through adversity, like the Ruiz
See
fight.
Aaron Lenz.
He can come back from it in terms of fighting. As I said, I don't think he's going to stop being a boxer when he loses the next fight. I don't think that, but
He's not a boxer. What you're saying? He's a fighter. He's not really because he got outboxed.
he did get outboxed. It was someone said he's got to stop believing in his fist and go and get a gun. Cuz
It's not boxing.
they said that maybe it's not for him, cuz.
No, man. I don't want to diss Anthony Joshua like that because he's done so well, and I like Anthony Joshua, and I'm so happy that what he's done for British boxing
all
as
his
well.
people on, man.
And that's the bit I love the most.
Everyone's
That's the bit that I love the most. They are on retainers, and he's changed their lives as well. That's the bit that I really love.
Many lives.
But I think in terms of him now needing a rematch, I can't see how he can beat Usyk without putting on, as I said, over a stone. He needs to.
Whose fault is it?
He needs to put on.
Does he need to change his coach?
But he's just changed.
Wait, he just changed.
He needs to put on
Yeah,
at least.
he's got what's his name?
He needs to put on at least. I would say, I'm not joking, about 18 to 19 pounds, and then he can then lean on. Cause I think that.
Well, that's gonna make him more slow.
It doesn't matter though.
Bro, do you
bruv,
see how
because
my man was moving
doesn't
and
matter,
laying
bruv.
those punches?
It's because Anthony Joshua's not seasoned enough fighting a southpaw, bro. You gotta stay on the outside of their foot, bro. And he can't. He's just not. That's not him. That's what the problem is. So then, if that's not you, then you need to put on the mass, and the mass most probably will allow him a better chance, at least.
Lifetime partnerships. Thanks for
People are
that.
saying
Dave.
that he's got to turn it into a brawl, which I agree. But as I said, when you turn certain things to a brawl, it only becomes a brawl if two parties are taking part. And if Usyk doesn't want it to become a brawl, you just stay away. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to become a brawl just because Anthony Joshua's turning it into a brawl. You feel me? So as I said, I think he's in big trouble. But I think he needs to go back to the board and find out ways of how he can beat Usyk and try and get his belts back. But yeah, I think he's in big trouble. I think he's in big trouble. And the unfortunate thing is that where I think people wanted to fight him, one because of the belts and two because the money made sense, people are not going to want to fight him. I don't think Wilder's going to look at him and say...
I think Fury will still fight him though, you know.
I think Fury won't fight him because I don't think Fury cares enough about fighting him. I think Fury cares more about the belts. And this is what I was having a conversation with Graver the other day. He didn't agree with me, but I think that he wants the belts.
This is not disrespect. This guy's gonna get disrespect because he's a pretty.
He's not. She said that she doesn't know because last time he lost his titles, girls forgot his birth. Listen, Anthony Joshua will always be a household name for as long as he lives, and I think that he will be
He's gonna get acting gigs.
He'll be a fan favorite for as long as he is boxing because he's got such a good, clean image. He's got the pretty boy image, plus the bulk, plus the leanness of the bulk. Because all these guys have got bulk once you're a heavyweight. They've all got bulk. Dillian White's got bulk. They've all got bulk, but he's lean with it as well.
That's what they've all said.
What?
And this goes for most things. The nice guy don't really ever win.
Yeah, but he's been winning.
Dylan's
That's why I don't want to take it away from him.
attitude-
He's been the nice guy and he's been winning.
Age his body. That's what they're saying. Dylan's attitude. Age his
No,
body.
don't,
That might
because-
get him further.
I don't know.
And it suggests that on the timeline because everyone's saying he needs to be more aggressive. So that means attitude as well. He doesn't have
You know what
any.
it is? There's something about Joshua that I don't like is his aftermath. Bro, you have to be livid that you've lost these belts. Just walking out the ring and not doing the interviews is one thing. That's I don't know. That doesn't sweet me at all. But when you then do your interview and you go, yeah, do you know, I'd like, bro, you have to be livid. You see the vibe that we have when we lose a North London derby. That's how you have to feel. You have to feel like that, and you're a one-man sport.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't feel like, oh yeah, I understand, and I know I'm going back to the drawing board, brother. Let me fight you again now tonight, and just try and steal the belts. Steal the belts. You
Actually, chuck it. Like.
no, but you have to be so angry though. He's not angry, and I think that's where the problem is. I don't think he's angry.
How many drawing boards do you want to go back to? That's what I read in the comments because this kept saying we have to go back to. But I said, how many drawing boards, bro? there's no more respect, and I don't like that because no one's getting in the ring with him.
Yeah, no.
And the thing is, I like Anthony Joshua so
I'll
much.
get the ring with him if he pays me the right
With a
price.
I do
payday,
what?
for a meal. For a meal,
You're
I'm
both-
getting the ring
you're
with him.
both getting
And
in the
just,
ring.
yeah, just go
Well,
first
fuck
round.
it. What
Just
you-
go first round. Let's go first round.
Bro, I let him punch me
Yeah,
twice.
but you know if he knocks the sense out of the both of you, you can't spend
No,
Uh,
what?
you want,
Got
'cause-
one hit. Can't just,
I'm just 100%. I'll just take the piece.
Good night.
Yeah, cool.
bro,
Okay.
and you do this one as well after. It's a little peek. Yeah. Once you hear the bro, as soon as you hear the ding ding ding, bro, just get up and just go, bro. Man, them I'm gonna change all your lives as well.
Guys, that's
So he's not winning a rematch,
I don't think
I
so.
can't see it.
and Fury. I mean, has he got his number then? Basically, is that what you're saying?
Graver said he thinks that Fury will if the money is there. Someone said, "Is that the mob shirt?" It is the mob shirt. That is a
Road
fact.
Visual Arts. Like, do we know who that is?
It is the mob shirt, though. It is the mob shirt. It is. This was made specifically for the mob from Arsenal.
Correct, guys. It looks
The
crazy.
unified uniform that you lot
Come
rolled
on,
in today.
bro.
I actually really like this, you know.
Nah,
I
it's
really
not.
like this. This is
The new look.
we set a precedent.
Oh.
this
Mad.
is
I'm
crazy.
not here.
Not bro.
And the team lost. Did you not speak about that?
Well,
You see,
Femstar wanted
Man
to be
United.
here. Femstar
Yeah, we
wanted
know
to be here.
why
But
Femstar's
Shayon couldn't face the music because
you know-
both Man United and both Spurs lost, and they're both his teams. He said he supports both
In
teams.
the group chat.
I
my
can't
man
see
said-
the Ronaldo. Yesterday was a Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
week there was a Ronaldo.
He said there's a 59-50 chance.
I've never seen that before.
Bro,
I've never seen that before. But that's brand new. Because he's a teacher. But it's brand new. It said 59.50. But I was waiting for the typo. You know when you put the asterisk? Bro, what's going on? I know Aaron Lenz would know because sometimes there's percentages that I don't know about. But because you're a math scholar, bro. 59.50.
I look.
Show me how that one works.
I swear to you,
He said 59.50.
I looked at it a few times, you know.
so did I, guys. I looked at it many times. I was like, wait, you know what threw me though? Because Tally responded straight away.
Yeah, because
So I'm looking at, I'm like, right, maybe I missed it.
But maybe Shell can spread some light on this because he said there's a 59% to 50% chance that he makes it.
Guys,
Because it's
it was nuts.
as Brad spanking you.
Guys, it was nuts.
I couldn't be.
But then it then turned into 9% to 0. I don't, bro, both of his teams lost, bro. I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know. No, it's brand new.
I thought maybe the Ronaldo team got to. It didn't make
I
any
don't know,
sense.
because it was the penalty. I think that Harry, because remember he also has a Harry Kane agenda as well, and he loves Harry Kane. Yeah, so I don't know whether or not there's. I don't know.
You got to come back next week and
answer
atone-
to your crimes.
Yeah, he's
atone
got,
for these sins.
cause
Because he needs atonement, bro. This is crazy. He said 59.50 is a 54% chance. Okay, because this is brand new. Okay, so guys, we are finding out something brand new here. 59.50 is a 54% chance.
how does that work out? How
They
does
said, can you show your workings? They
yeah,
said.
let me see the workings on that. I don't.
Oh, man. He said, I gamble and 59.50 odds are very rare. And bro, this is brand spanking new. But then it became 0 though.
Yeah. It was fantastic. But anyway, we knew.
He said, sorry, it's a maths mistake. It's a 45% chance. Bro, you are not credible anymore. So what we're going to do, we have to move on to our,
Let's do the predictions. And go
to our
home.
predictions and go home.
All right, let's go. Go. You got the fishers?
Yeah. Such a massive win, you know. All right. There you go, match day 7.
Fuck, you know, some big games.
All right. Man United, Everton.
Man United can't lose 2 on the bounce.
Engineer, you're a part of this as well.
So I'm going a United win. So hey, Femstar, please write these down. I don't want to message you again about these, man.
Jesus Christ, mob general next to the mob boss. Man United, Everton. Man United home win. Okay. Chelsea, Southampton.
Chelsea.
Oh, I've got Man United home win as well. Sorry, I didn't say it. Man United home win.
I think it's gonna be a tight game, you know. But Chelsea gonna edge it, but it's gonna be a tight game.
I think Chelsea are going to slap Southampton for threes
And
or
fours.
fours. Yeah, so I'm going to go easy Chelsea home win.
Oh.
Chelsea home win for the title. Wolves, Newcastle. Wolves at home.
Draw.
Oh, I'm waiting for you to back the draw. Go on, Danny. I am going to go Wolves home win. But Newcastle in dire straits. They won't get relegated, but they're in a dark place. I'm going to go Wolves home win. Burnley, Norwich. I'm going to go first, and I'm going
Burnley.
I wanted to say, because you're going to say I'm following you. I'm going to go Burnley. Easy home win as well. I think the Burnley score 2, and they don't usually like to do that.
What day is that?
2nd of October. Day before.
Oh. What you doing on that day?
Trying to get here. Burnley, Norwich, Danny.
Burnley.
I've gone Burnley home win. Leeds, Watford. I think that'll be a good game. I think that'll be a good game. I think
Is Rafinha? Is he okay? He's not injured or anything like that. He's on form, you know.
yeah. I'm
Is
going
Bamford back?
I'm going Leeds home win. I think Watford have got no. I think Watford are going down. I'm going Leeds home win.
Watford have been very good.
I think Watford are going down. Saar has to leave, but what Leeds home win.
I'm gonna go Leeds, but Watford are gonna give them a game though.
Brighton at home to the mighty Arsenal.
Ask Danny. Don't ask me, guys.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal away win.
Brighton will score.
I don't think
Brighton
so, you know. I don't think so. 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0.
Only way they can score is aerially. Duncan them boy.
Spurs, Villa.
Spurs need a win, you know.
Fucking hell.
Spurs need a win. I think Spurs will win that game.
I'm going to back the draw.
Wow. 0-0, 1-1.
I think there'll be goals.
Score draw.
I think, 1-0. I'm going to back the draw, Spurs, Villa. Timeline, please participate.
Shout out Mary.
So,
Brilliant.
you two are absolutely brilliant. Very,
Informative.
thank you.
Oh. So what about the third person? Third voice?
So good.
Anyway as well. Right.
What's next game?
You didn't answer, bro.
So what?
What's the Spurs,
I
Villa?
don't know. Shit, what did you back? Draw.
I back the draws. I think that Villa.
Spurs win this game.
I think
Yeah,
that no.
I'm gonna back Spurs at home. They can't.
I think they'll draw. But I think the Spurs will score. I think that Villa are gonna score 75th minute equaliser. And it's just they're just gonna hold on.
I said 70.
He says he's a dreamer, you know, this bro.
I think
yeah,
they'll- I think
big
it'll be a
dreams,
draw.
you know.
I think it'll be a draw.
Oh, yeah, I'm going scum.
Alright, Danny.
Tottenham win.
Alright, West Ham, Brentford.
It's a good game. I'm gonna go West Ham though.
I think there might be a draw there, you know.
Antonio is not. But you see his
Tony's
interview.
sick,
No, but
bro.
you see his interview as well. Bro,
Look it up.
he said, listen, the form I'm in.
Is that what he
He
said?
said, the
Yeah,
form
he's
I'm
sick,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Bro,
crazy with
West Ham.
But he's in good form. He's in great form.
Well, he said 6-6. West Ham home win. What have you said?
What's this West Ham?
Oh, West Ham.
Draw.
Palace, Leicester. That's good. That's good. No, that's good. That's good. I think it's gonna be a tight Leicester away win.
You reckon? Just because of the form Leicester's in, I'm not sure, man.
I'm gonna go Leicester away win, fam. If you should be watching Leicester away win.
I'm gonna go Leicester.
Funny.
Femster said Villa have been very good recently. When's the recently, please, Femster? No, I just need to know what his definition of recently means.
Some people didn't think Antonio should be first team for Jamaica. Okay, David Graver. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the fixtures. And the final game,
Fucking hell.
Liverpool City. That's on my birthday as well, guys. Sunday the 3rd of October, Liverpool City. Liverpool
It's
City.
a great game. I don't know though. This one I can't call.
Liverpool City.
At Liverpool's ground as well.
That's a big, big game. What did you say for Palace Leicester?
Is it Leicester?
You said Leicester as well. Just follow me.
City Liverpool.
Cause I'm undecided on this game, you know. This I might have to write in a group. I need to see, bro.
Bro, it's live.
This
now.
is crazy.
You can't do that. Bro, Liverpool City, I'm going to go first, and I am going to say
You don't know. Look here.
that's a really tough game. 'Cause you know what it is? Because it's at Anfield. I'm gonna back the draw.
I'm gonna
back a score draw. Back to score draw.
Liverpool. I'm gonna go Liverpool.
What are you thinking, engineer?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think that's gonna be a very tight game. Both are in form. The defenses on either side are quite solid as well. I think, it's a tight game, man. Can't even call it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can't call it.
So you saying draw?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, a draw.
I've gone Liverpool.
Okay. Yeah, I've gone draw.
Oh, you've gone Liverpool.
No, I've gone draw.
I've got.
Score draw.
Michael Hughes said 1-1. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be a score draw. You know, I think it's gonna be a score draw. That's gonna be a big game, man.
City,
I think
might
it matters.
just edge it though.
It matters who scores first here. You know?
Pep's in one of those moves though, man. Like,
He is that.
Like, I
That's
feel
why.
like
That's
he's
why I
gonna
might
be-
check.
he's-
Cause it's so.
Bro, you can't say it now, bro. Because we are live. You cannot now change it when we're live.
Film stuff. Have you written them down? If you haven't written them down, I've got time.
That's brand new. That's brand new, bro. Say it now, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, I've gone Liverpool. God, it's so difficult though.
That's a big game, man. It's a big game.
Here's your birthday.
Yeah.
What you say? What you doing for your birthday?
I don't know, bro. I have to ask my wife, bro. I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We will be back next week.
Hopefully with more panelists.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hit us up with your reviews. Hit us up with your predictions. If you haven't done so already, peace and love and guidance.
Don't forget to do all that fun stuff. Subscribe, like, share. and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
please,
that.
yeah.
Monday Night Football with the dugout.
This is what the
been
engineer's
tight.
for, you know.
This has been Wilson. We're missing Don Shayon. Femster 82 is there on the timeline. It's been a fantastic show. Good night and God
Good
bless.
night and God bless, says Molly Bibi.
Let's go to him.
Oh yeah, bro. Cause where you been? Bless up, bro. Michael Hughes, thanks for tuning in. First time.